What's up, Mike? Everyone take their attention off the screen real quick while I enter my chickens before 10 o'clock. I got a 10-minute window here to get some chickens and some races. Oh, shit. Good morning, everyone. Listen, photo finish stream starts at 10 a.m. I got 10 minutes and change right now, so you just gotta bear with me a little bit, you know? You got morning routine, you know? You gotta wake up, enter your horses. I got some chickens to enter, too, you know? I gotta make sure they see the track. That's good enough for today. Oh, God damn. Probably the best day of the month, huh? Foals. Well, retirement for now. Payday. New foals. New racing age. New. So, it's going to be a fun time today. Just got to wake up a little bit, you know? Fucking early for this stuff. I haven't even had my morning vegetables yet. Gotta make time for them. Oh, shit. Alright. I gotta enter horses too. Jeez. So much to do today. So little time. What do I have? Alright, so I got my new baby in. Big Slick. Oh, you love to see it. Big Slick. 507. Third choice. Who's this? Nate. Now you can take a look at these new little babies. This one, Big Slick, we picked up a month ago, I think, off of Blue Elder. Nothing much. I think I paid 20. I paid 27. Pretty good for an S minus, I think. I like trying to find an S minus in the 25 to 35K range. Most of the time, not killers, but can hold their own. And at worst, you can, sometimes you can farm the like 70 to 100K claimers with them, assuming they populate, you know. But yeah, pretty risk free, especially with Crown the way it is now. If you get in the right races in the right spots, you can pretty much pay for this horse within the first season. Not financial advice. Obviously, do your own research. Study your own lines, but. Yeah, that's been my play since Foal's first crop hit the track. Get a new S minus for every season. So this is the newest edition. So we'll take a look and we'll see what happens. A little Ace King baby. So I thought 27K for an Ace King baby was pretty good, considering his stud fee's about 20-ish, I think. 20, yeah. So I saw a little value there, but not everyone sees that. So we'll see what happens with him today. Put him in a sprint first off. Ace King sprinter to mid-ish. I think he runs up to 7 or 8. I have another Ace King filly who is pretty much determined to be a 4-5 sprinter, but has some game in 6 and 7. So we'll see what happens with him today. Jess Jordan was I think this was a Mr. B horse in the previous life, but she has been bred out to Astro Nerd and Ace King only, I think. Yeah, her first 2 foals are Astros, but they went the opposite way of the spectrum. They went to distance runners, which is kind of weird. I'm gonna stick with sprint and see what happens first, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. This is the favorite and co-favorite. All right, another Blue Elder baby. Yeah, this one's probably slightly better than mine. And this little filly, Cyberpunk Generosity. All right. And also, welcome to RDF, the best place to race, RDF is the pinnacle of horse racing, in digital format. We don't need no derbies. We don't need no derbies. All right. 5-minute warning until everyone should refresh and check their babies. I got Keith from Crimson Racing coming up at 10 on the dot. Right after that, at some point, we'll have GVG, who puts the G in genetics. We'll have them up. And then we'll have our current photo finish live Kentucky Derby champions from DeStables up, Aaron and Fdawg. And we'll do some reveals. We'll get a little interview in. I think we're gonna retire. I think they're gonna retire the downgrade today, so we'll get the stat reveal on that. And then I guess they'll hit the barn this week. So it should be a fun-packed morning. Probably about 4. Probably gonna be a nice 4-hour stream. Probably gonna cut it off around 2:30. I think I have a horse in at 2:30, and then that'll be like the cutoff point. But yeah, Foals Day streams are normally the good long 3.5, 4 hours. What's up, Bryce? What's going on? Good morning. Do you have anything being born today? I don't remember if you came in with a filly at age 0 last month, or if you actually had the racing age one that you retired. Got to catch up and find out what's up. What's up, Keith?
What's up, Doughboy?
Probably a little too early for me, huh? I got you up here last time. I think it was early morning, so you're pretty accustomed to deal.
I'm up early working. I got young kids. I'm up. I'm working. I'm good.
He's down in Florida right now, hanging out with his homies, his peoples.
I haven't seen Zook. It's been too long.
Is it a good thing or a bad thing?
Well, depends on the day.
Yeah, I like to say Zook I can deal with in small doses. That's my man. Small doses for Zook.
Oh, it's my first reveal, man.
What's
excited.
That? The reveal's great. Do you have your stable in grid mode? So when I give you the screen, you can do all. I mean, you only have this one filly, right?
Two. Yeah, okay. We got the one Aristotle's Elegance from GVG. That was my first horse, so we bred that one, and then all that jazz. That's probably the main event.
Yes, a lot of main events today. I got downgrade coming on. They're going to retire later on today, which is going to be pretty cool. I guess all that jazz is one that we have been looking forward to. There are some other mares out there, but I don't do homework. We don't dig deep. I just ask people to come on, and we just focus on them, and then pop around every once in a while. But Shockwave's first crop is born today, so that's something else that I know a lot of people are excited about. GVG has 3 Shockwave babies to reveal. He sent me the breed reports on those already, and they look pretty cool. So that'll be fun. I've got my one new Foal racing today. Have you bought anything else, or are you just coasting right now and checking out the claimers as they pop up?
So I got for most of this last season, I had 3 horses, all 2 of which were from claimers. One actually just got claimed away from me maybe a couple days ago, so I'm down to 2 S minuses. One's pretty decent. I claimed for I think 75, and it's good. 22 races, 6 wins, 6 second places, so that one's pretty good. And then I bought one from Ghost for around 50. It's okay. So just kind of having fun racing that one. I had a great A+ that I was able to claim for 20, raced it for almost the whole month. It made a ton of money. It was really good for an A+. I put it in a 40 claimer 2 days ago, and it got claimed away. So that one was a nice claiming game win right there.
Yeah, that's beautiful. That's what you want. That is what claiming is literally all about. Find something cheap, run it up, and find out where the person before did wrong, and then have someone take it away from you for double. Like, win.
And I don't know that one, I don't remember exactly. I think it was just super early in the season. I do remember a ton of people put in for a claim on that A+. But I don't think they were doing anything wrong. It was like too early. It was a 2-year-old, and it just happened to be really good.
Yeah, I mean, I think now is the time to like a lot of 2-year-olds, and I've noticed obviously I had one, and mistakes were made. Not really made, but you learn from what happens. But my 2-year-old last season just it was an S, couldn't hang. You know what I mean? Like,
Yep.
And I was already in deep with like entry fees and stuff, and I lost him for 100,000. That 100,000 wiped the slate, paid for his breed, and gave us a little profit in the stable.
Perfect.
And now it's the next person's job to make that money back and turn it positive, and they did. He clicked at 3 and started winning graded races, so good for him.
Wow.
But we own the mother, so that's really all that matters. So we can just duplicate it every month now if we want to.
Love
Which
it.
is the best part. But all right, it's 10 a.m.
Ooh.
You want to share your screen, hit the refresh, and then
let's do
we'll
it.
get this one in here and we'll talk a little bit about it.
Let's do it.
Chat, welcome everyone. If you're first time viewer, long time listener.
All right, I have it shared there, Doughboy.
Are your foals blurred out before I put it on there or no?
I haven't even refreshed, so I'll do it live, but it should be right because I haven't touched anything.
Yep,
so
up.
this is the stable. Let's do a refresh. See what we got. All right.
Oh, let's go. All right.
So should we do Aristotle's Elegance first?
Yeah, let's. Do you want to click on Aristotle's Elegance? I guess not. You know what? Reveal the foal first, then I guess.
Okay. All right.
I guess it doesn't matter. You know what? It's your show. Do what you want.
You know what? Let's do the reveal. Here we go.
Yeah. That's what we're here for anyway.
All right. We got a colt. We got an S. We got about the same traits here. Maybe we'll click on it and
we can do it from here now because the family tree should be spread out a little bit when we look at the bloodline.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, there we go.
I forgot about that. Right.
Beautiful.
So Zeus was the so as part of the deal that GVG, the legend, was giving us. This was kind of the first big horse brought me back into the game. As part of selling me this foal, he also said, take a breed with Zeus down the road. So I took him up on that. Obviously, Zeus, sprint heavy. Aristotle's Elegance, once we retired her, realized, also kind of sprint heavy, as we thought. What was keeping her from being a good racer was the super high temper, in my opinion. So wasn't a winner out on the track, but obviously awesome traits, awesome parents, and great place to kind of breed from.
Yeah, that looks pretty cool. I'm next month's gonna be even better, I think, and the month after that, because the more we go in, the bigger these trees are gonna get.
And I'm okay getting a colt here. I mean, I know everyone wants Philly, but it'll give me something to race in a couple months. Obviously, really cool bloodline. It'll still be an S if I want to breed from that too. That'll be good. So
So Zeus, I have a Zeus baby. I like my little Zeus baby. I'm trying to see where Aristotle. All right, so she ended up with S plus speed, A plus finish. So that was the biggest, and heart. Heart and finish were like Aristotle Elegance's cheeks rolls.
Yeah. So
S minus on both sides from Aristotle and Ethereal Elegance, but didn't even get lucky with that.
And it's cool, so this was an S born from 2 S minuses, so you could see it got the speed bump. Both were S, went to S plus, and then on the temper side, you had an S minus and an A plus, making an S. And then obviously, like you said, finish went down on both. So kind of a cool breed there.
Getting the S in temper is kind of nice.
So, I think so. I could ask you, I don't know the game as well as you do, but that seems to me to be the part where the horse just wouldn't win because it was so consistent. Well, how do you look at temper? What's the deal there?
I'm in the same boat as you with breeding. I have the one mare, and she has green. She's an S minus ticket, but she has green temper, so she has A plus temper. And I bred her with Zeus, who has S minus temper. So it's the only two studs for me to go to at RDF are Zeus and Ace King, who both, I believe, have S minus temper. If I'm correct, let me double check that real quick to make sure. Yeah, Zeus also has, or Ace King also has S minus temper. It's just the tempers, like I want to try and build it up, like if I'm building out my line. But for what we're doing now, we're just a single horse establishment for now. So I'm just breeding to build essentially. I'm not really like worried about temper. I know one of my stats is gonna suck no matter what, depending where I'm at. But like if I can find a horse that'll level me up a little bit, like if I have that, I have the green ticket on, or the green on the S- ticket, I want to find a horse with like some temper. But again, most of the studs that come from 101s, they all have the S- temper. So like right now, I think it's a little tougher. In 2-3 breeding seasons, I think we'll be able to find like an S tempered colt that's worth breeding with, or an S, that has like an S+ temper at some point. Yeah. But for like right now, it's just like temper's temper, man. I know. Yep. It's part of the. It's one of the things that I like. Like it adds like that. It didn't run because it has shitty temper. Like
right.
I like that. I like that aspect. But I don't go out like I'm trying to match up and level up the stats that are like leveled down. So like obviously I'd like to find an S temper sprinter in RDF to put with my A+ temper mare to try and boost it up a little bit.
Well, I just may have made an S temper.
Yeah, it's just not a deal breaker for me per se. But again, I'm not on like a bigger level as like that answer might be different from GVG or from like one of the bigger stables because they have more to work with.
Yep.
Whereas I have less, so it's not really like on my radar. It is, but it's not. You know what I mean? It's like, all right, that guy's like 5 feet closer to our boundary. Like, I'm not going to go over and bust his chops about it. So just leave it over there. And I know it's there, but
Well, this may be your S temper if once we reveal this one eventually down the road. But S- and an S certainly could have an S temper here. So
that's a nice one.
Should we do the main event here?
We're gonna be fighting. I forgot you got an RDF. We're gonna be fighting an RDF.
Yeah, so this will be fun to race.
Left turf soft, and you went with aqua egg eclipse or aqua egg
yes, clip? Aqua egg clips. Yep, that's right.
And I know before you made the decision, there were some other studs. What were the other options before you decided to go with aqua?
So there were 3 of them, and I can't remember. People probably in the chat know better than I do. There were 3 LTS that fit the bill. I'd have to go back in my notes and look at them, but I forget.
I feel like Serenity Now was one of them.
Is that one? Is that Stenz's?
No, that's Mr. B. I think Apollo is. I don't know if Apollo's LTS or not.
No, there was Stenz had one. It wasn't Apollo. I can't remember. And then there was another one. I don't think it was Serenity, but I don't know. I'd have to go back. I can follow up with you after, but Aqua looked like an awesome partner. We can go through it maybe once we click through the tree, but seemed like a really good match.
Absolutely.
Now, do we know Doughboy by the positioning here that it's an S? Like, is that
you're getting an S.
Yeah, so that's the cheat code. We know it's not an S-.
If it's in front of the S, there's a chance you get the S+.
Right.
Okay. But also for futures, when we do it, we'll just click on the Foal tab. So that way we can't see it's in front of S+.
So when you get more horses through here.
Stable, Yeah, like if you click on just the Foal tab.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Right. Now it'll like there's is it an S+? I don't know. Like,
right. Yeah. Okay. All right, let's do it. All right.
So 3-3, 1.5. Ugh, you have such bad luck, Keith.
3, we went from 3-3-2 to 3-3 1.5. Not unexpected given the one here. We at least kept the 3. We kept the 3 on left, so probably about as expected here. But
that's pretty good.
This will be got a colt though, so 2 for 2 on colts.
Listen,
that's worth.
You got 2 racers. That's what that means.
Well, this one for sure. This one should be the really fun one to race. But I'll have 2 to mess around with here. So
S+ on both sides, speed and stamina, juicy.
Yeah.
S+ heart, S-. Yeah, see the temper. You just can't like with the 101s. You get S- temper. That's just what it is.
And this one's crazy.
Until we get a couple other bred foals, it's gonna be something. But Yeah, her stat reveal, I think, was like...
It's crazy. Yeah, you had 4 S pluses and you got an S horse because of these 2 S. So it's got to be like, if you think of that spectrum between S and S plus, like it's got to be very close to S plus in total here. So, it's possible. The same thing here. You got 3 S pluses, 2 S's, and an S minus. It stayed S. The combination of these two, it's very possible this S is like toward the top of what an S can be given all those S pluses in there. So that's the exciting part here is you can, run in S graded races or whatever if those start to become more prevalent, but also it could probably compete with, Can was a horse all that jazz was running with and, trading off wins with. And Can obviously was one of the better S pluses that's been bred so far. So
that's, so this we'll find out in 2 months, but we can almost be pretty positive this horse should be good.
I would hope so.
So now I guess, we missed on Philly. Are we running it back with Aqua or are you going to try somewhere else?
So that's a good question. I'll probably see what's out there. I don't know if maybe some newer retired horses are kind of entering the fold. Obviously, I have to, I got the 2 one-of-ones in all that jazz, so it limits a little bit with what I can do. So I can go back with a Scuba. Oh yeah, one of them was Scuba something.
Scuba
US. Yeah, so that was one of those
Scuba
were the 2 I was
Pup,
going back and forth.
Yeah. You should get in there at some point with Scuba Pup.
So that could be the other option too, right?
I don't think you can use Serenity. Well, not yet. I don't think you can use Serenity because it has Jockey. I think Serenity now is Jockey.
Yeah, you'd know better than me, but yeah, Scuba was the other one. Maybe I'd go to that one this month. And so breeding opens right now, right, for the next month? Because I'm still getting used to the cadence here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Let me actually take a look because that's one thing. See now, and that's one thing I got to pay attention to. Breeding opens September 26th. It says. The fuck.
That was the last one. Oh, so that was a Tuesday. So I wonder if it opens tomorrow. So maybe there's reveal today, breeding tomorrow for the rest.
Yeah, October 24th. Breeding window opens 10 a.m. tomorrow. So all right, so you got a full 24 hours to scout and see.
Yeah, and I don't have to do the breed right away, so I'll see what's out there.
Yeah, because I think, like I said, I think people are retiring today. I think there are going to be some nice. I don't know in terms of colts, but I know the downgrade's getting retired. But I don't know what preferences that is for you if that even lines up. But I think there are a handful of colts that are going to retire. So you might have some other options, but yeah, LTS. It would have been really nice to get a filly out of LTS because that's what's lacking. That's what's lacking in LTS right now is the lack of females.
Yeah, right again.
But yeah, I'm telling you, I think when you get that first one. Now, here's the thing. Before I get into that first filly, before we got to today, were there any thoughts in your head about selling this foal? Or were you on board of keeping it unless the price was right? Because I know you were. I mean, you weren't necessarily shopping her, but people were asking about her wound for a week or two there.
Yep.
But is obviously, I don't know about you. Everything's on the table for us until it's not, for the most part.
Same here. There were people that were definitely interested in not only just this foal, but just buying all that jazz to then breed how they saw fit. I ended up kind of just saying no, gonna hang on to it for now. Had a couple people either interested in doing swap, trade deals with some money or buying outright or buying the first foal or something. So I'll revisit it. And if anyone out there is interested, like nothing is off the table, but like you said, it's gotta be the right price, right opportunity, for me too. Like we're super small right now, so I don't have a need to be selling things off. Obviously we're going to get a ton of kids from all that jazz.
Welcome, Ryan.
So what's up, Ryan? So yeah, we'll see if someone makes an offer that's, too good to be true and it can kind of give me some cash to buy things that can race, before 2 months from now. I'm open to it. If someone wants the next foal and there's a good deal, I'm open to that too. But for now, planning on keeping it.
I mean, it's a good plan.
Yeah, it should be fun.
2 weeks.
Now I gotta just wait 2 months.
We got 2 months until we can get them on the track. That's the biggest
Right.
The biggest kick in the nuts. But it is what it is. Are you gonna play the claim game from here until then? Or are you gonna act like today is the day I tell and it's one of those things. Today is the day to get a deal, even though you have to wait 2 months. But like, are you going to be shopping for an active 2-year-old, or are you going to be looking for those horses that drop on the marketplace? Like I said, when my game plan every month is to add a new S minus to my stable.
Yep.
And like, I'm not going out crazy, you know what I mean? I'm balling on a budget, but like in that 25 to 35K range, sometimes they just drop them in because, I got a colt, let me get my money back. Let me get, I don't want the colt, the trying for the filly. That's my game plan on the first week, is to try and hawk the marketplace and find something that's good in that range. But are you looking for a 2-year-old, or are you just going to sit back and just continue to play the claim game, or buy?
I would probably be, mostly the claim game. I'm not looking to spend a ton right now. Obviously, I need to have some amount of money to breed this week too for these other 2 that I still own. I'll have the 2 that are now 3-year-olds, so I can still run those, and then I'll have the 2 coming in 2 months. So I'm probably not looking for newborn foals because I have 2 of those. Maybe a 1-year-old that came on at the right price. I'd wait a month, and that would fill the gap between my 3-year-old and my foals. But otherwise, I'll probably play the claim game, probably on the cheaper side for now. Obviously, I spent a ton of money on all that jazz. So I try to tell myself to stay disciplined after that. So not trying to dump a ton more in, and I have to pay for breeding, and then I have to have some money for racing. So we'll see, but probably nothing huge for me.
Can you do me a favor? Can you backtrack again? And you have to stay what? What do you have to stay?
Disciplined.
Discipline.
Yeah.
You hear that, people in chat? Discipline. You need to have discipline with games like this. That is the thing with spending, because spending you can just get. Listen, man, FOMO is real. Like when you see people buying, it's like, all right, I want to buy, but like stick to your game plan, stay to your budget. Don't destroy your bankroll.
Yep.
Just be patient. Like this game is literally chess. It is not checkers. We're playing a slow game here. So like, if you miss an opportunity, you miss an opportunity. Don't like rush and try and get it back. You know what I mean? Just stay true to the course.
Yep. No, that's exactly right. If some no-brainer deal came out there, I'd be willing to kind of break that rule, but trying to keep the budget actually on the site relatively modest. Obviously that A+ just got claimed for 40. So I'm sitting with, something north of 40 right now, but not a whole lot. Trying to make some money racing to grow that budget. Obviously, the breeds will get paid this week, and then we'll see. So, that kind of 20K to, 50K claiming range is probably where I'm focusing. But I like to, at least on days where I can, I like to check in on most every claimer. And if something popped out, I'd be open to it.
It's still, it's not what we're used to or what we come from, being on the site every day, clicking. It's more so being on the site every day and studying now and making sure we don't miss those deals and making sure we don't pass up a race where, there was a filly in this 50,000 claimer and I didn't get a chance to, buy a lottery ticket for the claim. And it's a lot, but it's not as not as hands-on as it was before, where it's just click, get in, like look. But I mean, not a lot of people know this, but Keith has robots that work for him. So
no, I am a robot.
It's easier for him, But in this game, we can't use robots now, so it's a level playing field.
Right.
But all the deals, Keith was getting all the deals before. Now, as you can see, there's only 6 horses in the stable, so.
Yep.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
It's good
so
stuff.
I'm excited. 2 colts, not ideal, but should give us some fun racing in a couple months.
I think the Aristotle Elegance foal is gonna be a nice one.
Hope so.
I'm gonna be, like I said, we'll be running. She was I guess she wasn't really that much. But bred to be a sprinter. Yep. Yeah, I'll see you in RDF.
Yeah, we'll be there. Certainly a sprinter somewhere with the S+ from Zeus is at start, the S+ from Aristotle's Elegance is at speed.
I really like my Zeus baby, my little filly. I'm gonna I have her in one race today, but then she's getting retired, which is great because I thought I had a breed today. So I'm gonna get 1 race in with her today against older horses, and she's off tomorrow. And then I gotta sit again. I gotta sit and wait for the stallion that I won.
Yeah.
Because it's sold out last time in 3 hours.
All right. So, I haven't had to deal with that. The two breeds I did last month were Zeus and Aqua, and they were there. So we'll see this month. I might have to be paying more attention this week to see if there's new horses coming on or whatnot.
Yep. I'm sure there'll be we got a nice head of content working at Photo Finish now. I'm sure if we get a list of retired stallions that are hitting the barn fresh at some point, my man's will hook it up with a little write-up. He's very good at that.
There you go.
Appreciate Ryan all the time. But yeah, Keith. All right. Well, I haven't heard back from GVG. Obviously, you're welcome to stay as long as you want and shoot the shit. But I know you got to go over and make sure Stens doesn't get upset because you're playing paper.
I will pop in there for a few minutes, but it's back to my day job. But no, I appreciate you letting me come on. This was fun. It was first reveal for me, so.
Because what was last time? I had you up last month, but
I think was it for the retirement reveal of all that jazz? I think that's what it might have been.
I don't remember.
I think I retired and we talked about it. I think that's what it was. But
yeah, when I get these Tuesday night wagering streams going, maybe I'll get you on for some of that too. Since once the kids go to bed. Yeah, I know you got a certain bedtime too, being your age and all, but you can't hang until 11. I'll keep you from 10 to 11, then you can take your little nappy poo. But I appreciate you coming on, Keith. It's always fun having you on.
Yeah, you too, Doughboy. Thanks, man. I will
have fun with her. Tell Stens he stinks, all right?
I will.
Later.
See you, man. See ya.
All right, that was Keith from Crimson Racing. Good homie. So yeah, Aristotle's Elegance, that foal should be a nice little racer at RDF, and then all that jazz. Obviously, the stats on all that jazz are fucking beautiful. Beautiful. Kind of not surprised that it was an S foal. I think for the time being, I think her next foal might be S as well. But when she pops out that first S plus, whoo, that's all. But also, yes, loving this. This is gonna look beautiful in another month or two. All right. Well, I got GVG up next. I have no word on him. I have one race going off at 10:30. I don't know if I can wagering close yet. Race starts in 8 minutes. All right. Yep. I got my big S minus boy in today. Using the odds as a guideline, I got the third choice. Collective Philosophies, based on the breed, likely the horse to beat. Another, again, Aristotle. This is the sire of Aristotle's Elegance. So who knows what happens? We'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm excited to get my little boy, my little baby boy, Big Slick, on the racetrack today and for the next month or so. So let's see what happens with him. I'm going to log into the DB&T account, and we're going to check the Grimwald baby. And hopefully we got a little S floating around. And we did. All right, so this one comes from Grimwald. This is Ace King, I believe. Let's do a little reveal ski here. Tap to reveal, open my boosty. Yes! God, I love Foals Day. God, I love getting fillies. This is the best game ever. I love it. Yes! All right, so we're back now. Now we're getting rid of this one again. I got rid of her first two Ace King babies. I sold one of the fillies. I wish I wouldn't have, but I did. It's done. Her first foal from Ace King was the Gambler, my 2-year-old that I lost for $100K in the claiming, and who's now turned it around as a 3-year-old and actually run pretty good. So that's promising. So again, I have high hopes for my Grimwald babies. The temper's the only thing, you know what I mean? The temper's going to be a pain in the ass again, because once you're going with one of ones, S minus temper is a staple. And I say the only unluckiness we got here was, the only green was the temper. But I'm okay with that. keep pumping out, give me these little fillies. That's all. God, this game is great. 2 months, I'll see you, little girl, on the track. We'll see you in 2 months. So yeah, the Gambler was her first foal, who's ended up being pretty good. 2-year-old season was a wash, but his 3-year-old season was beautiful. Crushing grade 1s, running against the big horses up in the S. Again, Ace King, just pure speed. Love to see it. And then Grimes is the one we sold, and I kind of wish we hadn't. But again, when you start this game and you're in the hole a couple thousand, like, you got to try and get out. Like, you want to get out of the hole before you dig yourself back into another one. So am I mad? No, I wouldn't say mad. I would say slightly, it was a learning, it was part of the game. It was a learning experience. But, when you come in, what's going on? Hi, hat, welcome to chat. When you come in at this game and you drop, this ticket, the Grimwald ticket cost $1,800 USD. I don't know what it was and sold at the time. And this is also pre-beta, or not pre-beta, but like pre-going live. I think in the second beta we bought her. But that was a goal, and when I told my partner, I said that was a goal. It's like, if we do get a filly out of the first one, I would like to try and get us out of the red as quick as possible. I didn't think anyone would claim the Gambler, but when they did, I'm not going to argue about 100K. Especially it cost us 20K to make them, and the 100K transferred into USD was more than half of what we paid, or less, about half of what we paid for Grimwald. So we were halfway there, and then we sold the filly and we got out of the red. So right now we're playing with house money, and house money is the best money. So we just got to make sure that we're always playing with house money. But Grimes is the second filly, and I think this is also the Ace King. Yep, this is also Ace King. I'm interested to see how she runs. I imagine this filly is gonna be pretty okay. The 1-star firm is nice. Fortuna, my other baby that's getting retired after today, she's a 1-star. She can run on slop. She's been fun. I don't want to race her in the big races anymore, and I'd rather get her off and get her retired and in the barn. But she's not the worst. She's also not the best, but I'm not gonna argue. She took after her mother here. And then the game plan with her is to line her up with Night Saturn. That's actually been the plan for 2 months now, I think. And, prior to setting that plan into place, Night Saturn was still on the racetrack. So this has been a thought that has been in my head for so long now. Perfect. I got GVG up in 5 minutes, which is great. So that'll give us time to watch this first baby run. And I'm going to, let me get out of here. Stable, register. Yeah, I don't have anything to race right now. It's all right though. I'll tell you this. This is probably about as perfect as a picture as I want to see right now. Philly, 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 Philly. You can't really ask for more. So next season we'll have 2 hitting the track. This one I'm actually really excited about. I wish I could just auto retire right now. I'm really excited to get this one in the breed barn, just for the fact that we're naked on the firm star. So we could take her either way. But we got a Mundo baby in the barn again. A plus temper. I'll likely end up with an A temper. So I guess that's cool. But yeah, the barn's starting to look up. Actually, let me text Tish and let him know that we got a filly, because he's gonna lose his shit. Texas Tish, where you at, homie? Also, Grimwald might be the golden egg. She might be the golden goose that we always wanted, because she's only produced one boy, and it was the first one. Yeah. 4 out of 5 foals have been fillies. Damn. What else can you ask for in this game? Except for more racers. That's what I'm lacking in, just racers. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, I'm going to let me get this race up. Kind of nervous. It's like, dropping your kid off to school for the first day, but hopefully big slick. What's his start like? It's pretty good, right? He's ace king, so S plus. S plus, S plus, A. Hopefully we get a nice break here with this one. I'd like to see this horse go to the lead, not look back, but I don't know if we can get there. Good luck to me and only me. Good shit, hi-hat. Listen, man, it's everyone's game plan is different. All right, average break, middle of the pack. Looks like we're coming from the back end this time around. I'll touch more on it after this race. I'm pretty zoomed in right now on her. On him, rather. Ugh. Backwards. That's the opposite of what we want to see. God damn it. Who did I upset today? I'm going to have to run longer. I don't know. Don't like that. Ugh. Ugh. Oh, wow, the 7 even came out. Beat the horse I thought. All right, so we're going back to the drawing board with this. I really hope this horse isn't one of the ones that, switches preference. Because it's bred for speed-ish. The mother has one foal, but it went the opposite way. It was also bred from CryptoPunk, I think. Ugh. Not how I want to start the day off. 58. Not how I want to start the day off. Bad. But yeah, that's it. Depending how much you come in and drop, when you did it, you have to be able to know when to take profit. Not a lot of people, I know a lot of people that when they get things is mine. But you have to know when to take profit and when to get yourself out of the red into the green. I think that's very important. You don't want to always be playing from behind. It's just not the best thing to do. So, yeah, good job on that. I have GVG on the back. I'm going to bring him up, and I'm going to do the full reveal for my last 2 fillies, and then we will jump into the stable of the great one, GVG. What's going on, homie? Welcome. I don't know if you're ready to come up or not, but you're here.
What's up, Dope Boy? How are you, sir? Happy Foals Day.
Indeed, happy Foals Day to you as well. Yeah, I'm gonna log in and do my other 2 reveals real quick, and then if you want to get your screen up and situated, we'll pass it over to you, and we'll start the nice reveal.
No sweat.
Let's go here. How you been? Everything good so far?
Everything's good, man. Everything's good.
Love to hear it.
Cannot complain.
We all got up today. That's a good thing.
100%.
Let's go to stable, foals only. All right, I got 2 to reveal. I'm gonna do my little B plus baby here, and we'll see what happens. A, another A plus. Got a filly though. That's good though. And then this one, I guess we'll see got a colt. All right, so it is what it is. Can't get lucky every time. So I'm always happy with the JPJ breeds. She goes to Serenity now every month. So I'm always getting an S, and I'm always getting a strong, 7 to 8 out of 9 stars on them. But the one thing that I'm really liking about Joey Porter is her first foal that we had, Rooney, we sold for a pretty good price. and then she ended up being pretty good. And then it was actually resold this week for double what we sold her for. I don't know if you saw this sale, GVG, this week.
I didn't.
Yeah, she ended up selling for double. She sold for $780.
Wow.
I don't know who Moneymaker is. The only thing that I can put together, 2 + 2 equals Chris Moneymaker, but I don't know if that's who it is. The only
He
thing
was
they
in the
had
other game at one point, wasn't he?
Yes, he was. He was. That's why it leads me to maybe it's him. But before adding Rooney, he had Swift Biscuits, who he had. So they only had the two fillies. And I guess he just bought another one. So it looks like they're starting from the ground up. But this is a pretty big buy, you know what I mean? That's 750K is nothing to or 780K is nothing to just brush a shot.
Absolutely.
Aside. I think I sold her at age 0 or age 1 for 450. And that was, everything was popping at the time. So you know what I mean? We again take profit when you can take profit. We took profit and we ran, but I did not think that this horse was gonna be as good as it is.
Yeah.
When Zook had bought this ticket, we, LTS, like I was telling Keith earlier, LTS is very light on fillies.
Yeah.
So when we bought her, we were kind of already ahead a little bit. And there was a time where Keith and what's that? His name? Kevin from Arbitrage, they were trying to do a little merger with Zook and I, and Zook let me have the final say, and I said, no, you can't have her. I told Zook, I said, we're going to make all our money on her from breeding, and we did.
You've done well with her. Yeah.
She paid for herself a couple times over now, and, now we have another golden goose in the stable, so that's good. We're happy for that. But
congrats on that. Yeah,
back
all
to
fillies too for you.
Back to our main attraction. Let's check out what happened with you on your day today.
Do you want to do it on yours? You want to do it on mine? How you want to do it?
I can do it on mine, I think. I don't know if it'll blur the images out for me because it's not my account.
All right, you want me to try and present on mine?
If you want to share your screen, we can go from there. When you go into your stable, if you just click on the Foals only, that should just bring up the new stuff. So that way it won't give away any, the S's and S pluses. If you happen to hit one, it doesn't give it away having the image in front of the S's.
Got it.
If that makes sense. Did you have a runner in the Derby this past weekend? I didn't.
I did not. No.
You didn't this time around.
I had a couple horses that I sold that were running in it, but none of those horses were really Derby distance preference. So
the GVG Genetics foals have been popping up lately. I've seen, obviously you've been doing your marketing, your due diligence for your stable, doing the correct marketing plans, but there have been a lot of GVG genetic foals popping up on the top earners leaderboard this week. And
I try and highlight it whenever I can,
Wonderful. All right, I got you on screen now. If you want to go ahead and do the Foals tab, and then we'll get this on the way.
Yeah, let's do it. Can you see it okay?
Yep, I got you on.
All right, so let's go. And how many do you want to do? I mean, I think, we don't...
You can do the ones that...
Start at the top.
Well, let's definitely do the Shockwave babies, for sure. But I guess we won't know which ones those are. Oh, you got 3 S pluses in your stable? Jesus.
Apparently. All right, so we'll go with S. S is up. How about that?
That's fine. I don't want to keep you all day. I go for hours. I don't expect people to stay on for hours. That's a nice one.
Yeah, Foal Supersonic. That was with Morningwood. Took her back to Morningwood, so nice to get a filly out of that. Preps are good enough. Excited. I mean, I really want to get more fillies from this girl. I had one, sold it to a newer stable coming into space that was wanting to make a splash and get like kind of a cornerstone piece. That's Yellowstone, good guys over there. So yeah, glad to get that. Let's see here. Okay, Foal Stargirl. All right, so this is the Shockwave offspring. I took my Gen 0 Stargirl to Shockwave. On paper, speed kills. Shockwave, had good speed comparatively to the other options. Stargirl's one of the higher speed Gen 0s in my barn. She shows S+, but just from looking at breeding reports and breeding enough now, I can tell she's on the high side of that speed radial. So got a colt out of that. It'll be it'll be fun to have a colt to be able to run with after Phillies retire. So I'm actually not too mad about a colt. Obviously would prefer a Philly, but
with Stargirl, you went to prime time the first couple times with her, didn't you?
I've gone, she's gone a few different places. She has gone to prime time twice. Their most recent foal, who just turned 3 today, Star Time, she's really came on strong lately. She's she's came on really strong lately. So we'll see what this guy can do, but yeah.
Another monster. I told Keith, I said, welcome to RDF. It's another monster in RDF to deal with. I don't know what I was thinking. I should have did more homework before we bought our ticket a year ago. But right. Yeah, I didn't realize RDF was going to be as tough as it is.
Yeah, so this is Star Time here. Is really kind of, like I said, came into her own recently. She's been pretty hot. Runs on the sprint side, but can stretch her legs out. She's got some wins at 7 and 8 as well. She's kind of won all over the place, which is a little bit odd with the way the distance preferences have been working lately. So,
I mean, that's good though. I mean, I feel like that's going to be good for breeding too. Like it's more options. More options is always better. You know what I mean? Like our Grimwald filly, she's the stone cold sprinter. So I'm not going to a marathon stallion to like mess that up. She's going to stay in the Ace King and the Zeus realm until there's another option at RDF that's just better. It's gonna be tough.
You know what? I think that people talk a lot about like which attributes, if you could pick an attribute to get your highest grade in, which attribute would that be? And for me, as of right now, I think it would probably have to be speed, just because I think that that's the one attribute that kind of carries over to all distances. It's like if you have really good speed, doesn't matter if it's a sprint, mid, a marathon type distance, horse has a chance, as opposed to one that's a specialist only in, finish or start or something like that, can kind of lock you in on distance preference.
I've said it numerous times before, but in IRL breeding, that the motto is breed for speed.
Right.
You want the fastest horse on the racetrack every time, whether it's sprinting or routing, whatever it is. You want the speed. So I think it's been fun. Like the Zeus baby I have that I'm retiring today. I'm hoping her speed levels up. I mean, she's going to have pretty shitty temper. It's just what it is from having one-on-ones. But I'm hoping that her speed jumped up so it makes it easier for the next breed around. But that's one thing I've focused on. Keith asked, how much do you focus on like trying to raise temper up? And it's like one of those things, depending where you're breeding. When you're breeding with one-on-ones, you really can't because everything's S- or A- or A+.
Right.
So really, the only time that I'm going to pay attention to it now is with the foals that I retire. If I can find something to boost the next foal's temper up, because I already have the speed and the start that I need, now I can focus on temper with the future babies. But yeah, I think speed is speed. I mean, listen, speed is everything. It's just what it is. Speed is everything.
Right. Never a bad thing if you have a fast horse. So.
No, not at all.
All right, Foal of Setting Suns Apollo. So Setting Suns Apollo is a Gen 0 A+ filly. This is her second S she's created, I believe. Got a colt out of this one. Really was hoping for a filly with her, but bred her with Zeus. And I believe that is their second time that those two, an S and an A+, have created an S. Let's see here.
I mean, that's pretty good.
Yeah, they created Electric Sunset last breeding session. Yep. And then came around and created another S colt. So they're 2 for 2 on creating S's, but they're also 2 for 2 on creating colts. So
can you click on Aristotle's Apollo real quick?
Yeah.
I just want to see how she got the S temper. And then Bloodline.
Just a really good roll, it looks like.
That was a very good roll. Holy shit. Yeah, so like unless you get something like that to happen, you got to work on it. But that's kind of nice.
Yeah.
She had a foal. This is the one that
she had a
the
foal,
Sours picked up off you. All right,
exactly.
Cool. That's nice.
Yep, looks like she had a colt.
Wonder where he goes with that one this time around.
All right, let's see here. Full of One Night Stand. So One Night Stand is a Gen 0 S-, non 1 of 1. Weaker prefs. And we got a colt out of that.
That's a Derby runner potentially.
Yeah, took her to one of my 2 S- Gen 0 colts at LDF Hercules this time. So got a good roll up to an S. This is one of those horses that I don't, now with the changes with colts potentially not being able to retire till after season 4. We'll see what kind of racer this is, but these are the horses that you can have fun with on the track.
Yep.
As the population grows, this is the kind of horse that can have a really a great future, like running claimers, because we're going to have so many higher grade horses that are getting up into S's. That I think the claimers are going to start to change, especially if the buy-ins and the claimers go up. And then some of those adjustments that I think Fid was kind of outlining on some of the recent Thursday night streams. That could be a fun colt to run around. So,
yeah, the 150, 175, and 200 claimers they're always fun. You always get one token S in there. That's usually the on paper looks like it's the winner. Sometimes you get them off preference, and the A+ or the S- hooks them at the wire. But yeah, those are where like you'll be able to recoup some money from breeding.
Yeah, and I think like this is the season that we start to see 3 S's are in all of those types of claimers, because people just have more.
Moving forward, like I talked about it with Stens last week, and it's like our population for S's is very low right now. So the higher stakes claimers have been like pretty much owned by the S- and like the really strong A+. But in like another 2 seasons, I think that changes. I think those like 200, 150, 200K claimers, we're just going to see S fields. Like you would see a grade 1 field, but these are all the cast off, I guess we'll say. The ones that didn't make the cut for the graded championships. But yeah, it's going to be fun. It's just going to be fun in general. Every month we get, like the horse population is growing every month from now. So it's just great to watch.
Literally is incredible. Yeah, it's incredible just from the the game design aspect of things. I mean, this day. I mean, I know everybody's always looking forward to this day. I've been looking forward to this day for a while. Just the full reveals and then getting these new ones on the track. It's just like so much. All right, let's see. Foal of Olympia. So Olympia is a S- LDF Gen 0. She is a Ziggy. She was a 19 boost Gen 0. So like to see S offspring here with got a filly. Let's see exactly what we did here again. Okay, yeah. So paired her with Meme God, one of my other S- Gen 0 LDF colts, non 1 of 1, as you can see. And this dude has bred some really good horses up to this point, man. I mean, it may even be worth just hopping in here and looking at this progeny really quick. I mean, of the horses that have actually ran, you got Meme Girl, 16 starts, 5, 3, and 3. And I mean, a couple of hers, if you don't mind me getting into the weeds here real quick. But I mean, a couple of her recent races, if you look at this heater she's on, first, second, third. A good number of these are like she's running against S's and S pluses. Like, let's see this one here. What is this one? Okay, yeah, this is just with 3 S's, but yeah, took down that one. Where was the one? Was this the one? No, that's just
I've seen some of her races, and it's another thing we talked about, because you see a lot of S minuses dominating right now, and it falls into the horse pool. It's like you see for the qualifying last week. Yeah, how many S minuses ran in the Derby? Like there aren't enough S's and S pluses where it's going to be only S and S pluses in the Derby. So for like now, next month and the month after, you're probably going to see a lot of S minuses win these qualifiers and a lot of S minuses in the Derby until we get that S population built up and they're more dominant. But it's nice to see S minuses like beating the S horses and beating S pluses. Like,
absolutely, man.
It's promising, is what it is. And then,
so the meme God birthed this stallion, 1-9 ace. Good record on the track, and then he also has some of the fastest times by S minuses at sprints. Shadow Bloom, good horse there, and then you got Supreme Meme at 32 starts, 12 wins.
Yeah,
so
Supreme Meme's pretty good.
Meme God is he's bred extremely well. Been really happy to see that.
And it doesn't look like a lot of people have gone to him either.
They haven't. He's been one of those that has not. I mean, the first 3 breeding sessions, he had a total of like 8 or 9 offspring, the majority of which were mine. So people are starting to catch on now, though. I think
not being 1 of 1 is pretty big. Also in LDF too. Like, I feel like having the option to go. I feel like he's a good stepping stone for the people that are doing the slow breed. Or absolutely. He's one that you come back to after you hit the 1 of 1s and you try and go that way. But he's a nice little piece. Yeah,
and he's definitely appears on paper, with the way the foals have raced, appears to create like really, really strong sprinters to mids. So like 5 to 8 furlongs seems to be where the majority of his offspring excel. So happy to see 2 S minuses create an S there and it'd be a filly on top. Beautiful thing. All right, full of Matriarch. So Matriarch is my Gen 0 S. She's an RDF. She was one of the only a few Gen 0s to reveal SS minus for stamina. This was a breed with Shockwave.
Yeah. I have the breed report. You did send me that if we want to look at it then.
I sent you a couple breed reports. Yeah. Let's see here. You want me to pull that up, or?
Yeah, I got it. The least I could do, Open them all up again, and then we'll put them all on. So yeah, now we're getting into one of the the other exciting parts about Foal Days, new foals, first crop from stallions that have retired that we were looking forward to.
Exactly.
And
so these two on paper, these two on paper, looked really good. They both have the SS minus stamina, so their stamina on the breed report was some of the highest I've seen. And then Shockwave got this S plus temper roll, which is really solid. And then I think he's a higher on the radial of the S plus side. It seems to be pretty high when I was, looking at breeding reports and comparing against other studs. So, was obviously hoping for like an S plus here, but man, another S filly with these bloodlines. Absolutely happy to take this one all day. So
let me pull.
Happy with that breed.
Let me pull. Yeah, here's the breed report for this one, for the Shockwave Matriarch. So I guess this is the this you want to go. I don't have the experience with breeding reports as, again, yourself and other bigger stables, because I only breed 1 or 2 fillies a month, and I don't, the reports, I don't need the reports basically. But for y'all that are running these, obviously these operations, these are it for you. So if you want to go ahead and do the rundown on this, then I'm sure the chat would appreciate that a lot more than me stumbling through it.
Yeah, sure. So with these two, and most commonly with breeding reports, if you've ever generated one, I mean, the start attribute is typically kind of the widest whiskers in terms of the outcome potential, both on the upside and downside. So nothing new or crazy there. Speed attribute is pretty strong here. Going up into the just barely wicking into the SS's on the strong side. Kind of what I would expect to see. And then with this one, you're basically locked in to get SS minus 2 SS stamina. So that's really what we were breeding for here. Looking to make a Derby contender type of horse with a breed report like this. And then you got Shockwave, has the 9 of 9 preferences. So you're always hoping for a good preference roll. This one turned out pretty darn good. So yeah, happy with that. Happy to have a filly definitely from those two. The
stamina looks pretty baller on the breed report.
Yeah, Matriarch seems to pass on that stamina extremely well. So, and then especially when you couple it with a horse like Shockwave, who has SS minus stamina itself, really happy with that. So, and then strong preferences too. 8 of 9 stars. So that's another one we can breed that horse all day long and create some good stuff from it. So
she looks like she looks like a good cornerstone for the stable, or for
absolutely.
Again, if the price is right, it looks like a nice cornerstone for someone else's stable too.
She looks
like a nice building block.
I'm sure people have seen. I've sold a decent amount of horses. I mean, I've heard Stins talk about this. Other large stables in the game reference it. It's just worth noting again. I mean, it's impossible for us to, effectively manage and run a stable at our stable sizes if we don't sell some horses along the way. I mean, it's just, it's impossible to try and, if I didn't sell horses, if I kept every horse that I've ever bred, I mean, I'd already be, over 300 horses in my stable. So it's just not realistic to try and think you can keep them all. And so, I sell a good amount of the horses that I sell. Probably the majority, honestly, are unraced. Some of those have gone on to be some of the best horses in their specific grade. As we saw with some of those Meme God offspring, some of those horses were horses that I bred and then sold. And man, honestly, I'd love to see it because all it does is show people that, you come and buy a horse from GVG Genetics, you have a chance of getting a really good horse out of it. So, never mad when
I've already made your slogan for you. GVG Genetics. They put the G in genetics, so
that's it, man.
There's nowhere else to go from there. But it only makes you look better as a breeder / seller if what you are selling is performing.
Absolutely.
Obviously, if you're selling duds, then no one's gonna come back, and no one's gonna put respect on your breeding game if you're just shipping out duds. So you want to have confidence. You want to make sure you're putting product out there that people can enjoy and have fun with.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you're going to put genetics in your name, then you better be about it, you know? And
Absolutely.
so I pride myself on going out and getting the best genetics I can and happy to pay top dollar for it. You know,
Absolutely.
that's the whole point of what we're doing here. So let's see, Foal of Khaleesi of Jupiter. So this is a RTF. I took Khaleesi, was my Gen 0. I bred her originally the first breeding season with Jupiter. That foal did not run real well. I know Jupiter's first crop didn't run real well, kind of top to bottom. I haven't gone back to see if any of them were late bloomers and started to perform better into their 3-year-old late in their 3-year-old season. But so we have an S colt here. Not the most ideal outcome, but colts do have value now on racing. I did take her to Durban Poison for this breed, which I was excited about them matching up well in stamina. Was hoping to bring up temper a little bit, was hoping to get a good roll on heart. So, we got an S out of it. It's a colt. It's got, 2 1-of-1s in it now. So there's still some places we can go RTF. But the colt, this is going to be one that we just run on the track.
Yep.
Potentially this may be something that we sell. If we don't sell it by the time we're running, this will be something that probably has a good future on the track. So, all right, Foal of Isis. Man, Isis is bred extremely well for being a Gen 0 S-. Let's just see here. So, paired her with Zeus this time. Isis was one of those that I didn't run much. Looking back, I really wish I'd have ran my Gen 0s more, but that's all right. She was 3-3-2 and 11 starts. So
we were putting a pretty. It came down to retire or be behind. And
it did.
You don't want to be behind with your fillies, and that's the unfortunate part. But I know there's a lot of people out there that retired earlier. That say, I should have stayed on a little bit. Another season or two, but it's really hard because then you're playing from behind, and again, you don't want to play from behind. It's just tough.
Exactly. So excited to get an S, filly out of this. Good preferences, it looks like. Isis, as I said, she's bred well. She's now 4 out of 5 of her offspring are S's. So happy to see her continue to breed well. Excited to get that one on the track and breed that filly. Let's see. Foal of Gaia. So Gaia is one of those interesting horses that she was a Gen 0. She was an S on the right dirt firm side of things. Gaia is an Astro. Gaia is another one of those. I think she's high on the speed radial. So she's an S+, but I think she's like really on the high side of S+. She created Cyber Gaia, was her first offspring with the stud out of Poseidon, Cyberpunk.
Yep.
And they created Cyber Gaia. Cyber Gaia was one of the few horses in the game that has SS- speed. So she's there's Cyber Gaia there.
Her reveal was kind of nice too.
Yeah, exactly. And so so this is when I was excited for this breed. This was paired her with Ace King. I think Ace King has some of the best speed you can get at RDF from the 1-of-1 side of things. This was a breed just hadn't done it yet. Just kind of doesn't look like a great roll in terms of preferences. I don't know how we get a half star from a 1.5 and a 1-star firm on those two, and then 2 stars for right when they're both 2.5. So kind of a tough outcome here, but this is the kind of classic horse that you don't know what's under the hood. It may have gotten a down roll on one of the attributes and an up roll on another one. And this, I think, could actually be a killer on the track. So we will we'll wait until we get this one on the track to see how it does. Colt, though, was not really what we were hoping for, but that's the brakes, right?
Yeah, and those are brakes. That was the other. She was another Shockwave, right? That guy, you took the Shockwave?
No, Gaia. I took the Ace King this time.
Oh, Cyber Gaia. Sorry. The report you sent me is Cyber Gaia. That's my bad.
Yes, Cyber Gaia is our next reveal here. Daughter of Gaia, and she's the one that has the SS minus speed. Took her to Shockwave, and that's a good outcome. 8.5 star S filly.
Yeah, that's kind of nice. I got the breed report pulled up. Then we can switch over and check that out as well.
Yeah, go ahead and pull it up.
Jeez. So here's the Shockwave Cyber Gaia. I guess
there's Shockwave Cyber Gaia. So yeah, so we did Shockwave Matriarch earlier. So the key difference is you can see on the speed or on the start side of things, you don't get as much upside on the start as the Matriarch Shockwave breeding report showed. The big one here is the speed. Speed is your largest wick opportunity to the upside, stretching past SS. Was hoping to keep that SS minus speed or improve. Stamina is strong. Those other ones below it are all about kind of what role you get. So, I tell you what, to get a filly with 8 preferences from this pairing, 8 stars for the preferences, super happy with that. Would have loved to have an S plus, but not gonna be greedy when you get that kind of preference roll and you get a filly out of it. So,
I mean, I think the first thing is that when you open it, when you unwrap the pack and you see filly, that's it. You can't really be upset at that point. Everything
You're
else
already
is just
happy.
Everything else is just plus money.
Yep.
That's the one thing that I get really excited about now, and I've been very fortunate with Grimwald. She's given us 5 foals, and 4 or 5 have been fillies. So
that's big time.
Yeah, big time with her. Especially, we start with 1 too. So like that's what you hope for. Having racers is nice, but like this is also a breeding game. So I want to partake in both sides of it.
Yeah, I think that the true value of a filly long term is still kind of learning how to be priced in. I mean, you have all those offspring from yours, like you said now, and if you were to go sell all of those, that's a pretty penny. So it really kind of changes how people have to think about the values of a filly, over time.
Yeah.
So, all right, so that was Cyber Gaia. That was a good reveal. Super happy with that. All right, Full of Crown Bias. So Crown Bias was actually a horse that I purchased early. Was one of the early first S horses purchased on the marketplace. A bred S horse, I should say. Crown Bias was a bag bias in Mally, and she actually ended up being a really strong racer on the track. 29 starts, 10, 6, and 5. So she really outperformed herself on the track, at least to my expectations of what I was expecting. So took her to Rose of Zion. Wanted to have no 1 of 1 blood in the line at this stage in the family tree. Got a colt out of it, not the end of the world. Obviously was hoping for a filly, but this is another one. We'll see what we get here.
That might snap your ticket to the Derby,
It really could be, so not going to be mad at that. All right.
That's a nice one. I mean, listen.
Full of Aphrodite's attitude.
When I have you up here doing your reveals, it's really hard to not say it's a nice one because everything in your stable is kind of nice. But it's not fluff. It's literally like your stable is one of those ones. Like, and then, I got D stable coming out after you, and that's another stable that I'm excited to get inside the barn and take a look at.
Congrats to those guys on a Derby win, man. That's awesome for them. Those guys have been killing it. I know they put in the time, put in the work. They deserve it. Happy to see them get a Derby. That's awesome.
So that was an excellent win too. It was a really good win.
All right, so Full of Aphrodite's attitude. So let's see here. not going to open. There we go. So Aphrodite's Attitude was a bred horse from Bad Attitude and Aphrodite, 2 S minuses. They rolled up to this S filly. She's one of those that I'm not sure if she peaked early or what the deal was, but she started out really strong. And then as the season progressed, a lot of her wins just turned into places and showings, which, not mad about, but something that I kind of try and pay attention to. And, I'm not writing it down anywhere or keeping track of it, but it's just kind of a mental paying attention to it. And I'll pay attention to how this one runs and how this one appears on paper, at least to peak. But yeah, she's an LDSS. Pete worked me for months to try and buy this horse, and I held out. I was proud of myself on that. So took her to Pellinor Fields. Really strong horse out of Balthazar. Shout out Balthazar, good dude. Was excited for this breed. Pellinor is a firm horse, and so we were taking a soft to a firm, but breeding report wise, this one gave me my best chance of best racing outcome, even if you're sacrificing your preference a little bit. So got a colt out of it, not super stoked, but once again, this is one of those that absolutely could be a Derby contender. So
this is one, and obviously the colt is a stinker, but the three left, 3 dirt is beautiful. And I am a big fan of I'm a big fan of the 1 star or half star, whether it's soft or firm.
Yep.
And a filly obviously is better because it leaves your window open for breeding options. But being able to run fast, firm, soft, sloppy with the half or 1 star pref has been beautiful. And that was my situation last season with my 2-year-old filly. Is she had that 1 star in firm, but she was winning in slop, which is beautiful too.
Which we saw a lot of. I mean, going back even to Gen Zeros,
Yep.
A bunch of my 1-of-1 Gen Zeros that only had 1 or 1.5 stars in firm. Some of their best, fleet figure scores and some of their best times actually occurred on soft tracks. So, and when you're going, when you're at the archetype here for a Derby, you don't know what the weather gods are going to give you on this Foals Derby day. It only gets 1 shot at a Derby. So if you're 3 stars firm or 3 stars soft, you're kind of trapped to hoping that it's that type of weather conditions, or you're probably not going to be competitive. Whereas a 1 star for the track condition really kind of, like you said, it gives you some versatility there. You're not scared to run that thing in a wide range of weather type of conditions. So
yeah, we have to keep in mind also, our current Derby champion was not a left dirt horse. He was a right dirt.
This is true. That was one of the first.
As long as it's there, he was a right dirt soft, 2.5, 2 half star, and mushed the field. Wouldn't mush him, got there, but almost got clipped at the wire, but. Running off preference in a 20-horse field like that, that's big game.
When they bred that horse and did their reveal, they never thought in a million years this horse will win the Kentucky Derby one day, being a right dirt horse, So just goes to show you how many people are not even attempting, me included, to run right dirt horses in Derby qualifying stuff. Makes people rethink that a little bit. It's going to be interesting. All right.
As the game goes on, it's just going to be one of those things. I feel like, we saw it in beta a little bit, left horses winning right races in big spots, but no one's really talked about that since Saturday. I just think it was it wasn't a big topic, the right dirt horse won the left dirt soft race.
I thought more people would be talking about it as well.
Yeah, just doesn't seem to be a topic.
Pretty big outcome in terms of proving that preferences aren't everything. They obviously do account for something, but just like everything else in this game, there's so many factors that go into a horse. There's so many factors that go into the outcome of a race. It's not a simple game, which is why I love it. You know, I think that's why one of the reasons it's such great game design is there is so many variables that go into to outcomes. So, all right, last three here at the top.
Which, you know, judging by where they're placed, they look like three pretty good ones.
We shall see.
Spirit of Ecstasy is obviously one of your. I like Spirit of Ecstasy, but she's one of your nicer fillies too. So seeing the foal placed in front of the Tony's Matriarch S Plus leads me to believe that this is going to be a nice one too.
Yeah, let's see it. Okay, got a colt. Really strong preferences. Yeah. Really strong preferences. This is probably going to be a really good horse on the track. This was a Shockwave baby.
Do I have this one pulled up?
I don't think I sent you this one. I can't remember. Did I send you this one? I sent you a couple that day. Okay. So yeah, Spirit of Ecstasy. Man, she's bred really strong for me now. This is her second S Plus. Let's see. Timeless Spirit is her filly that's just turning 3 now. She's really ran well. You know, right dirt's really competitive. I mean, every race she's ever ran in, she's got multiple S Pluses in there with her.
Yeah.
But she's held her own. And morning line odds wise, you know, she's better than odds wise than a bunch of the S Pluses she's ran against. So she's a really strong horse. Let's see. Spirit of Past, we'll get her debut. That's Pasture Ass out of Miami Nation. What's up to those guys?
That's gonna be a nice
Excited
one.
to get that one on the track. Yeah. And then, you know, she obviously had King Spirit, who had a great career. Is, you know, had her first foal today. So
Aristotle's Elegance was obviously your horse that you had sold to Crimson as a 2-year-old, I think, or as a 1-year-old. I think that was his first big purchase. Did they have the same stat reveal, or did you have King Spirit had 5 S Pluses to their 4 S Plus reveal? I just had it on earlier. I just can't remember. Now I gotta find it.
Well, no, that one, Aristotle's Elegance was like a average reveal. I think you're thinking of All That Jazz that had.
All That Jazz. My bad.
A bunch of S Pluses. Yeah. His left turf, I believe that one is. Yeah. So, you know, colt here, it is what it is. This is one of those, though, that, you know, from a breeding perspective, you know, this is a S Plus, really good preferences, and only one of one, only Astro in it. So this should be a horse that still can do well in the stud barn, especially if he goes on and races well. So yeah, not mad at it. All right, Full of Royalty. I don't think I sent you this one either.
No.
This this actually isn't Shockwave. This is a Zeus baby. This is Zeus and Royalty. This is their second time breeding together for these two. Their first one created a S colt named Royal Zeus, who turned out to be a really good runner on the track. He performed well. So this here, we got an S Plus filly out of this. Preferences, not a great role on the preference side of things. You know, these two were both 2.5 dirt. This rolled to a 2 dirt. They were both 1.5 firm. This rolled to a 1 firm. So, but man, you can deduct as much from the preferences all you want if you're going to give me an S Plus filly in return. So I'm not going to complain about that. We can breed those.
That's
we can breed
nice
those
one.
preferences up.
And this one is super nice. Also, and we touched on what we said earlier, because you can go RDS. You know, you don't have to go RDF with this one. So you can swing the full. You can go to soft with RDF.
Absolutely.
And you know, there happens to be a nice. Scroll down a little bit. I don't know if you're there. I was gonna say Night Saturn happens to be a Nice little RDS. That's the one that I'm waiting for. I don't know when it's going to hit the barn, but that's who I'm waiting for. But that's where I'm going with my 1-star firm filly. I'm definitely excited to like have that option to go either way.
Yes.
And then Sika says, "Will King Spirit give us the first SS minus?" I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, I don't think we'll see an S minus. Maybe.
I still think we're a handful of seasons away. I think.
I do too. But you never know, man. You get a good roll or two on an attribute, and it can happen. So, all right,
find out.
King Spirit. Let's see.
No, only a filly.
Right.
Damn.
Only a filly. 8 of 9 pref. This is another one with Shockwave. I did send you this report, didn't I?
I do have that one pulled up. I'll throw it up right now. We can attack there
throw
first.
that up. Let's look at that. Yeah.
So here we are.
Yeah.
Stamina wick looks kind of nice.
Yeah, stamina is basically you're guaranteed to have like a really high radial S plus to an SS minus, guaranteed to be somewhere in that range. Start and speed both have some larger outcome opportunities to the upside and downside. Guessing we probably landed somewhere a little bit higher than the middle of the box there. But yeah, man, this is another one. King Spirit was fantastic. 7 to 10 furlongs. Shockwave really passes on good stamina. Excited about this one. I think when we talk about SS minuses, what kind of horse creates the first SS minus? This may be this new filly here may be the kind of horse that can spit out an S minus on her next whenever she's old enough to breed.
This one's gonna look kind of nice. Gosh, a lot of S pluses this time around too. Obviously from your barn, when we first started, we hit an S plus the first season, right? The first crop.
I did.
Yeah, that was King Spirit.
That was King Spirit. That was the mother of this foal right here. So, that was Ace King and Spirit of Ecstasy.
I'm gonna throw your page back up so we can look at the pretty pictures that they have on here for us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn. Yeah, we're gonna have to take a look. I'm gonna have to take a look at Shockwave's other results too, but so far the ones that you've had, pretty good.
Yeah, excited about it.
That's
nice. Yeah, Spirit of Ecstasy lineage. We got 2 S pluses from the Spirit of Ecstasy lineage. One directly from her, and then one from her daughter. So, love to see that.
The Empire has started. It's here.
It's just like anybody who wasn't in the last game. I had a really, really strong mare named Spirit of Ecstasy in the last game, and she was one of the best breeders in the game. And it's looking like this one may be as well. So overall, really happy here, man. Three S pluses. 2 of those 3 are fillies. A bunch of strong S's. I still got to go look and see, what I have in the S minus side of things. But yeah, man, good full day so far. Now I'm excited to watch some of these young ones go out and run their first races.
Yeah, that's the one thing. Obviously last month was full day last month was overwhelming because we had so much going on.
Yes.
New foals retiring. It's we'll call it the first of the month because it just restarts the new season. But first day of the new seasons have been great so far, and they're only going to get better from here out. So
yeah,
it's always fun doing these streams.
Absolutely, Doughboy. Well, hey, man, appreciate you having me on.
Man, I always appreciate when you can get some time. I know the community loves you, and you're a cornerstone for us anyway. So it's always nice to have a Mount Rushmore figure on the stream.
I appreciate that, sir.
Absolutely, man.
I'll be listening in.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over to Sten's stream and let him know he stinks, and then I'm gonna come back over here. But I appreciate you.
I think I'm gonna go over there and holler at him too. So
that's fair. But yeah, I got
Double.
that'll conclude the GVG reveal, and then in a couple minutes I'm gonna get DeStables up here, Aaron and Fdawgs, and we're gonna go through and do the interview with them. We'll do the retirement of the downgrade, and we'll have some streaming. We got a couple more hours left.
Yeah, hey, please tell Aaron I said congrats, man, on the Derby again.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I feel like that justice wasn't done. My man didn't get an interview, a post-race interview.
Yeah, man, what are they doing? They got to do that.
Listen, you know how we roll around here. We did it in the last game. We always had it. We got to do it. It's a necessity. You can't just win a big race and then not talk about it.
Yeah, you got to do it then.
See, listen, man, you got to pick up the slack. You know,
that's it, man. That's it.
But again, GVG,
boy.
I appreciate you. Thank you again for coming on, everyone. Newer stables. Be on the lookout for GVG. Right? If you can't ride with them, it's always nice to watch the moves they make and try and learn from there. And always feel free to ask questions. I haven't met a person that I've had on my stream yet that is just anti-answering or anti-helping, and GVG is one of the ones that really likes to help. So
absolutely,
if you're a newer player and you have questions, reach out to anyone. We're always here to help.
Always. All right, Doug.
All right, homie.
Enjoy your day.
Have a wonderful day.
All right, man. Later.
That was GVG, OG homie. It's always nice to have him on. Really is. I'm going to take a quick restroom break. We are going to have the current reigning Kentucky Derby champions of DeStable on, and probably the next 5 minutes. I'm not going to take a 5-minute break. I'm going to take a bathroom break. I'm going to come back, and we're going to get into this. All right? So in the background, I'm going to throw up a race or two, and I'll be right back, and we'll get the rest of this show kicked off. Big Slick, big disappointment. Don't like that number. Probably going to run him long. I'll take a look at what happens when I get back from that. But yeah, let me get a race up here in the meantime, just so there's something going on. There's this sweet stakes race. Don't know what it is, but it's here. All right. That's crazy. You got supersonic hearing, my man. All right. Discord is aware. Let's do this. All right. I got one half of the stable up, so we'll get Fdawgs up here. What's up, homie?
How are you? Happy Foals Day.
Happy Foals Day to y'all as well. I know you've been a we'll say a long time listener, first time on the stream, but it's nice to have you around. It's good.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Is Aaron coming up as well, or is it just gonna be?
Yeah, I just texted him. He said he's on his way.
No worry. I don't want to get into it too crazy until we get him up here. I'm gonna try and pull up his clip. I don't know if it'll.
Oh yeah, the Twitter clip. That was great.
His Twitter post from his race live reaction. The live reactions are always the best. Obviously, it was a pretty good thing to have a reaction about. Y'all just took down the first. We'll call it the second official Kentucky Derby. Since we saw the Gen Zeros run their version at 3. Everything after that to me is not relevant. You guys, whoever Elvis can have his 3 wins, but whoever won the first one is the one that is the most relevant in my book. But the inaugural Kentucky Derby for Foals belongs to the downgrade and to DeStables. So that's really all that matters right now.
Pretty crazy considering. We do have a left dirt stable as well, and we had an S plus LDS and not competitive at all. So it's amazing that we were able to get a right dirt soft horse who was able to do it.
And that's what I was saying to GVG about. It's like no one's. There he is, Aaron. Welcome.
GM, how's it going?
What's going on? But yeah, I was talking to GVG about it. It's like no one's really putting respect on it. It's a right dirt horse that won the left dirt derby. Granted, it's an S plus, but there's no talk. Chat, let me know. Can you hear the shenanigans in the background if I have it on? I don't want to have it on too loud. Also, I'm pretty sure I can't play that music on my stream, but it's more so the reaction is what I want. And this is as someone that comes from real life horse racing and has been in the thick of it, whether it's good, bad, or neutral, the reaction that you give to winning this race is about as genuine as reaction as you can have when winning a horse race, let alone the Kentucky Derby. So obviously there's a lot of emotions going on at this time. I can relate with you here. You hit the top of the stretch, you're homeward bound, you see you're there, but there's one horse coming at you. Not good enough. The downgrade scoops it. And
that was insane.
I wish I could just enlarge this a little bit more. And if you can't hear the reaction, I'm going to send the tweet link into the chat. But this is pure emotions at its best. This is what you want when you enter the game of horse racing, whether it's the video game or it's IRL. But I ramble a little bit, so I'm gonna swing it back around. I got you both here now. Congratulations to both of you. I don't know what the levels to the stable are, who manages what, but you're both here, and it's a team victory. So congratulations to both of you on the Kentucky Derby win, and congratulations on the downgrade.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you. Wow, what a season! Honestly, it's been so much fun. The stream, I basically just recorded that, so I didn't actually stream it because there weren't too many people that were available, but we have over 200 unique holders now in DeStables. So it's always fun to be able to do things like that, to bring people together and have some cool clips. And Fdawg and I have been scheming. We're going to start our own streams here pretty soon too. So excited for that.
Good shit. Yeah, listen, y'all have a giant stable. People know DeStable. It's not a slouching stable. I'm familiar. I've been around the betas. Yaya Ding Dong was a big beta horse. Doopy Dupree I bred with in beta. The people that don't know DeStables, you're gonna know DeStables today. And if you haven't watched the Derby Saturday, you're gonna know them after the Derby win also. But yeah, your stable is not. I mean, you do hang out in the the poor people seats as well, which I respect that. You gotta be on every level in this game. I feel you can't just play at the top. But
it's fun at the top though, man. I will say, doing the like grade 1 races, like those are just fun, man. The competition's so good, but I love that the game is set up to where you don't have to come in and spend thousands of dollars on an S grade horse to actually play, have fun, and even make money. So they've done a really good job setting it up. I think we definitely, towards the beginning, one of our biggest goals was trying to scoop up as many S-rated Generation 0 horses as we could. And I think by the end of the beta, we had, I want to say 9 Generation 0 S horses. And then like another 11 or 12 S minuses. So we've just been, scheming for a long, long time, trying to set up the genetics for the stable. And it seems like it's paying off. So should have some interesting reveals today.
Yeah, I'm trying not to click on your Foals. I'll leave that. If one of y'all want to, did you guys reveal your stable at all yet between yourselves?
Nope, haven't looked at it.
Shit. All right.
Full reveals going on here. Yeah.
Yeah. So if one of y'all wants to share your screen, and then
I can.
The whole take it out of grid mode, and then just highlight your Foals. So that way it doesn't give away any secrets. But I just had GVG on and we did his reveal, and he got 3 new S pluses added to his stable, 2 of which are fillies. So
whoa, fillies, good for him, man.
2 fillies and a colt at the S plus level. But I've had him on the past. I've had him on previous reveals, and like a stable like that, nothing's really. Whoa! Look what happened. Like it's expected, honestly. Like. To me, it's expected just because I know the caliber of his stable. I know what he did when he came in and how he built his stable. He built it to produce racers and to produce these monsters. So I guess while we're circulating into it, it's like, you said you came in, you had 9 tickets. Now, obviously, there's clearly more in there. You're over 350 wins in the stable, or just about at 350 career wins, which is also pretty impressive. But yeah, when you came in, what was your attack after you got the 9 tickets and you figured out how the game's, it is what it is. What archetypes did you target when you came in? Is what I guess I should get to.
Yeah, so we our initial contribution, like the game had already started and people already had tickets at the time. So we gave share representation based on the tickets that you were donating. So people donated some horses, they donated profile pictures, so we were able to breed. And so we just kind of accumulated as much as we can on the early stage, and then made some moves and targeted more RDF. We had a ton of RDFs, LTS. I think we have 7 LTS Gen Zeros, something crazy, and then LDS. So that was where we eventually ended up narrowing down to. And now that breeding's in full force, we're obviously expanding it back out a little bit. So we're gonna have to, reaccumulate some pieces to get some fillies into RDS, LDF even. So you have both sides of the Derby potentially.
Yeah. That's
it's wild though, because having so many horses. So I think we started the actual game with around 40 tickets, Generation 0 tickets. We just had 9 of those S's. But having so many horses, it really kind of brought up the question of which revenue stream should we focus on? Because obviously there's racing, there's breeding, there's track staking, there's all these different things that you can do to be successful in photo finish. And so I think especially early on, it was difficult for us to kind of pick out the winning strategy out of that. And so we've just always kind of tried to do all of them. And it's been working out, honestly. It seems like the platform's growing enough to where, every single way that you can play the game, we're doing pretty well at. So obviously it's fun and exciting to race, but that's only a third of the game, right? I mean, half the game is breeding, and now you got the PFPs and the crowns. So it's dynamic, man. It's always so much fun, but it's been cool to figure out our strategy for sure.
It's definitely fun. Now, did either of you have? I don't know what your level of degenerate are. Like, do you have horse racing experience prior to this game?
Yeah,
whether, gambling or just the occasional, the Derby's on, watch the Derby, or a friend of your dad had a horse and you guys would go out and check that out every once in a while. Like, what was your level when you discovered the game? Like, where were you at with that?
Yeah, my dad had prior experience with like other horse racing games, like online games,
Okay.
not like Zed Run or D Race or anything, like old school online games. And so like I had seen him play, and like he still runs some of those stables. And so like that's how I got the like intro to horse racing games. And then even like the PlayStation 2 games that you could play, what were they called, like Gallop Racer and whatnot.
Yeah.
Like those games were great early on. So like that's how I got the intro. And then this popped up, and it was just like, all right, this is an easy win. Like, you got to play this.
Yeah. Are you? Go ahead, Aaron. My bad.
I honestly was never really that into horse racing at all. Honestly, I went to a few horse races when I was younger because there was this place where I grew up that had like a summer concert series right after horse races, like every weekend. So you'd go there. But I got into photo finish because I was a gamer. Honestly, grew up a gamer, and I was like, these guys come from some pretty insane studios, and so it was really just a bet placed on the team that obviously has done well because Ian and the boys are just absolutely crushing it. But I will say, now that I've been involved, I'm trying to go to some real horse races. Like it's definitely gotten me more interested in wanting to get into the real life sport rather than just playing online. But I don't know, man. Owning horses in real life is a little bit more expensive. So I think we'll probably stick the stable, keep that in the metaverse for now. But would love to have like a meetup or something at the Derby next year. Who knows when?
Yeah. It is, firsthand, it is very expensive owning a horse IRL. It's definitely a lot cheaper when you do all the work yourself. But yeah, for the average person that comes in and they say, "Oh, I'd like to get a horse," well, you got to determine the same thing here. You come in, you determine your entry point, how much you have to spend. And then on top of that, you have to pay your trainer a day rate. And that can be upwards of $75 to $100+ depending on who the trainer is and the caliber of horse a day. So, minimum $5K a month. If, something happens, you got a vet bill, minimum $5K a month for a horse, a good one. But, if you come in with, a Dow, we'll say, you got 10 people or 5 people, your friends want to get a horse. Obviously, it's a lot cheaper. You each throw in, whatever, 5K if that's your thing, and you go get a horse, and now you have a horse and your day rate, and you have fun from there. Do you always win? No, that's just life. There's good horses IRL and there's bad horses IRL. There's good horses in this game and there's really bad horses. So the similarities are there, but yeah, the daily upkeep and the monthly bills and stuff, that's one thing that I'm very much happy that I don't have to deal with anymore with playing this game. The only real vet bill you have is if you decide to run your horse inside of exhaustion, and then you get tagged with depending on the caliber of horse, you get tagged with a nice vet bill. But other than that, it's great. Yeah, horse racing's great, man. Fdogs, have you ever played I'm trying to remember the name of it, but Dave & Buster's, they had the big sit down horse racing game.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I'm trying to remember the name of it. Like, to me, that was like the pinnacle of horse racing games, because I would see people show up with small binders of these little cards that you just slide in, and that's your horse, and everything saves on there. These people had binders of stallions, of broodmares, of this, and it's like, when, and then 2021, I see Photo Finish Live, I click on it, I read it, and I say, okay, horse racing, I'm already booted in. But then, like you said, when you look at the team and what they've accomplished and who they worked for and what they put out, it's hard to not believe in that. It's like that's what you want. You want people that know how to build a game, who know how to communicate. You don't want people that are just gonna say, "Here's the game. We fixed this 2 weeks ago, but we never told anyone." Like there are constant updates and constant fixing going on with the game. So it's like it's hard to not believe in a team like that and not believe in a game. And then on the creme de la creme was the actual Kentucky Derby partnership. So now that even, you know, that's 3 years, I think, right? Or a year and a half?
Yeah, I think it's 3.
That's 36 months of racing under partnership. Like we literally have a 3-year window where, you know, if some, you know, God forbid something terrible goes wrong, but like that's confidence for me as a consumer. Like I'm confident putting my money into this game and playing it because of the moves and the team and the partnerships that have been laid out.
Yeah, it's really cool too, just to be able to kind of like sit co-pilot while these guys are making it. You know, I mean, as a gamer, my whole life, I just always bought games and then played them. You know, bugs included, whatever. And it's like right here, you know, these guys are so in tune to just the whole community, what people want, what players need, the features that they need to change. It's a really cool experience, basically, just seeing this get made in real time. And when you actually go to the platform too, I mean, oh my gosh, you know, like it truly is made to be a game for people to not even necessarily know that they're using crypto in the background. So, I mean, I just have too many good things to say about this team, man. That was the original bull thesis, bro, was Ian's going to take us to Valhalla.
I got some things we could say some other stuff on, but it's hard to say bad things about a team. You know, I'm always going to be disgruntled with the schedule until it's 100% right, and that's literally my only that's my only I guess my only thing that really makes me angry, but doesn't really make me angry or upset because I can still play the game. Like while we're playing the game, while they're still trying to master it, and I know the schedule is not going to be easy, and I knew it wasn't going to be an easy thing, even when we had Gen Zeros, and it's still not batted down yet. But I think once this schedule gets hammered out and we figure out every month how it can be, it is going to be just the cycle will be complete. We have the breeding, we have the racing, but when we get a consistent schedule and more claiming races, obviously I want more claiming races. A lot of people want more claiming races. The ecosystem will be in full force. Breeding will be taking off. You know, racing will have no issues looking, but also like I can't sit here and complain about it because y'all won the Derby with a right dirt horse, not a left dirt horse. So people saying that there aren't X races for my right dirt horse, all right, well, maybe look at left dirt, you know, maybe try things, you know, it's not ideal, but like if you have a dirt firm, a right dirt firm, I feel like that horse is, you know, depending, you know, what the preference are, you can run left dirt firm. I've run my 2.5 star right on left and I've won races. Like obviously we watched the downgrade win the Kentucky Derby running completely off pref in the direction, and you know almost got clipped got clipped at the wire by Lena. Almost.
I was close at the end there, man.
Very close. But you know, the races are there, you just got to be able to want to try things, adapt, you know, you got to adapt. But I think once we get more claiming race populations and more consistency with the schedule, it's just going to be that smooth running ship. Like we don't have to worry about, there's going to be bumps, but it's not going to be like, you know, earthquake style bumps, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's going to be fixable because everything that's been thrown at the team so far, whether it be the unfortunate hacks that we had or in-game stuff, they've fixed pretty rapidly. Like we haven't had to shut the game down to make a fix. Like we haven't had to go into like an extensive downtime to do something like that. So again, it's really hard to not believe in the team, and to it's really hard to sit back and find something to complain about, really. But my only complaint is just schedule consistency. That's really it. Everything else is pretty good so far. But yeah, let's let's get into. I'll bring your screen up. We can do some reveals. And go get into the thought process of how y'all did this. And you don't have to reveal everything. If you guys want to start from your, you pick however many horses you want to reveal. It doesn't really matter to me. I'm here.
Yeah,
I'm here. Whatever.
We have what is it? I think it's 39 this season. I just put them by age, just so that we don't know if I know you can see sometimes when it's like the S plus or whatnot.
Yeah.
So I can go through. I think we had 8 Gen 1s that bred. So that'll be the first time that we see those reveals. And then we had we chose a couple unique studs. I mean, we have a Shockwave one.
Yeah.
With an
Shockwave
Elvis
was the big
breed.
one today.
Yeah. So I'm excited for that one. Then we have an Elvis breed. We have an Eclipse breed. And then a Night Saturn one, which I'm really excited about. I'm hoping for a filly there because the downgrade needs somebody, so we got to start building out that right dirt soft side. Let's see. So we can start Biscuit Buyer. I'll just start Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice an A+ Gen 1. Left turf soft. I think we bred her to Duppy. Makes sense. S and A+. Gives us S- Colt. Not bad. Yeah, so this was our pretty good A+ Sprinter. Just decided to keep it in-house with Duppy.
All right, so it's Duppy, not Doopy. All right. I call him Doopy. That's my man's.
It doesn't matter.
I don't know. I always try to be right on with the pronunciations because it's not my horse. Other people name their horses, and I'd like the correct. I'd like the correct pronunciations.
Dude, some people make it hard, man. I was announcing that the Derby, and there was a horse started with an R, and I knew I couldn't pronounce it, so I just didn't say it. But it was in second place for a long time, and I was like, I'm not even gonna try.
The OUB, the
rain. Get a number at that point. If I can't read the name, all right, number 2. That's it.
Yeah.
So this next one, Biscuit Buyer, Gen 1, RDF. We took this one to Paul Bunyan, actually bred down from S to S-. Oh, that's nice.
That's kind of nice.
That's a good foal.
More right dirt firm competition. Love it.
Yeah, the right dirt firm. It's truly an arms race. It is brutal. Our now 4-year-olds. We had a lot of success with the downgrade and Stacy, and then the recent last season's 2-year-olds haven't really they're still finding their stride. They're having some trouble. The RDFs.
I had my RDF filly was kind of good, but she's gonna run one race today and she's retiring and she's gonna wait for Night Saturn to hit the barn this week, whenever that happens. But she's a pretty solid S- filly. But yeah, and I would run her in the big stakes and she would beat some of the S pluses. She would run 4th and she would run behind S+, S+S, and beat some of the other lower S's. So it gave me hope, which I like. But I don't have to worry about running her as a 3-year-old until next season when the new rules are implemented. So yeah, she's getting retired ASAP after her race today. But yeah, RDF is just
So Philly,
there's no other way around
it. Bridget is one of our Gen 0 LDSs, S-. I actually don't remember who we bred her to. SLDS, pretty good preferences. This might be a Yaya breed. Oh no, this was an Eclipse. Oh, this is our Eclipse one. Damn, can't get a filly with Eclipse.
That's right. Yeah.
Rugged.
This isn't bad though. An S non-1 of 1 LDS, I'll take that.
That's nice. That's gonna be nice for breeding too. You have a lot of options with that one.
Exactly. This is I think Bridget's a 2 match, and then Eclipse obviously I think is a 4 match. I forget exactly, but obviously I'll take that all day.
Before you hit the next one, just because I know Aaron's got somewhere to be after this in a couple minutes, I'm gonna pause it. I want to get my downgrade questions in, your thought processes behind doing that breeding, and then once you have to jump off, we'll just let Fdawg control the rest of the stream. But my thought process, I want to know what your thought processes were when you bred it. You bred the Doc Holiday. Doc Holiday is great. I assume you didn't expect to get, or maybe you did expect. What were your expectations from that breed? Where I should start with.
I remember this was the first breeding season, and I believe it was the last breed that we did, and I remember I texted her message Monkey Tennis Wimbledon Stables. I was like I'm really contemplating this. At the time, it was $400 breed, I think, and this was when Crown wasn't what Crown's doing now. So like obviously trying to keep things a little tight on like the expenses side. So I was really contemplating it. I was like, I don't know if I should go with it, and then just sent it, and was not expecting the S plus. Just super hyped about it, and I mean the reveal. I don't even know what to expect with the reveal.
That's the exciting part. I think.
I'm just like,
I mean, winning the Derby was exciting, but like seeing what that stat reveal is going to be, because you have the S plus stamina from Doc and D got it. S plus temper, S my. I mean, whatever. That's probably like maybe that's an S. I don't know, but yeah, I think the stamina is the big one, and then heart and finish. Like I'm interested. It's weird. It really is weird, but it is exciting also. So yeah, I didn't really track. I didn't do my homework too much and bring up his 2-year-old season. But I guess I can scroll back and take a look. I mean, he was still pretty good as a 2-year-old, obviously. Winning big races.
Yeah, we were kind of figuring it out there at the beginning, because I think like that second race, 7 furlongs, 8 furlongs were the first two.
Yeah.
And the downgrade is just a long distance horse, and so really like 10 to 12 is that bread and butter there. And once we started getting it on 10 and 12, it just absolutely started cooking. Kind of crazy, honestly. And I didn't even. I mean, the off pref wins. I think there's only one preference that we haven't won with the downgrade on, right?
Yeah, I tried last night. I got greedy. I tried to run an LTS.
Yeah, the LTS. But we've won.
Now there's a shit start after the Derby. Forced retirement now.
It's crazy, man. Absolute monster of a horse.
And you didn't really run left until the qualifiers, it looks like.
Yep. Yeah, I was like, all right, I'm gonna run him off pref. Like by the time that the right turf qualifiers came around, I was like, I'm just looking for the most expensive purses, and so I was racing him in the right turf. I mean, this one's like a $90 entry fee, so I was like, all right, let's see what goes on. And then he just was crushing it, and so I was like, I'm not gonna stop until he starts losing. But yeah, there was one of the
polished this field too. Like this wasn't even like a close race.
Yeah,
this was pretty.
Yeah, against
and the number he ran on it also
0.3 of a second.
Yeah, that's like 4 or 5 horse lengths in the game.
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
There was another. I think the first qualifier that he ran for left dirt. That one. The sugar. What is it? The sugar. Oh no, sorry. The Millennium, actually. That race was the final 3 of the Derby. So that was Reina basically ran. Wow. I went back and looked at it. Reina ran like almost an identical time to this race. And this was left dirt sloppy, 10 furlongs. The downgrade just ran like 0.3 of a second faster in the Derby. And then you had Sage's horse, Bahu Vrihi, rounding out the field. I mean, that was only
the one I didn't want to pronounce on the stream.
Yeah.
Bahu Vrihi, I don't know. Yeah, listen, if you can't pronounce it, you don't say it. It's all right. It's no big deal. And if they don't like it, then they can send me the correct pronunciation of it, and then I'll go from there.
Exactly.
But yeah, his number in the first qualifier was fucking huge, 80, great. And then his numbers after that look pretty good. But yeah, dude, this is obviously congratulations. These career earnings are pretty fucking magnificent, if I don't mind saying so myself.
And 7 weeks too.
Yeah, not even including the crown on top of it. Like
crazy.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's nuts.
So before you have to jump off, do you want to do the retirement for him while you're here, or do you not care? Aaron?
I'm good with whatever. I mean, if you guys want to run it, we can do it. If you want to keep going down the pattern you were, Fdawg, I don't mind either way.
No, let's send the we'll do 2 retirements, our 2 top 4-year-olds, and then I'll just finish out the full reveals after.
Let's do it.
Perfect.
All
Awesome.
right, let me
put you
go
back
in.
on. I'll add you back onto the.
Oh yeah, let's see.
All right, you're up. You're back up then.
Share this tab instead. All right, here we go. So the
Come on, baby.
Put it full screen. See what happens. I was gonna say, do you guys have anything in mind what you think it was gonna be? Like your
let's see.
prediction?
I
I would say the stamina might be SS. I mean, I imagine it has to be SS.
Yeah, I think so. I honestly, I feel like we might have got a boost in heart or finish too, because
I think it has to
the
be.
I'm a
it
big
has to be
heart
one of
person.
those.
I'm hoping that you got a little S+ heart there for y'all and for my sake.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I
Fingers
think
crossed.
finisher heart has to be also an S+.
Gotta be up there, man.
Run
All
it.
right, let's
go.
send it.
Good luck.
Let's do it. Come on, baby.
Wow.
Wow,
No
man.
SS
S+.
minuses. The S+ tempers. What? S+ tempers.
Oh yeah,
stamina, heart.
S+ heart, S+ stamina. I mean, that is a monster.
I mean, that's pretty good. The temper's huge, in my opinion, because we talked about it
Yeah.
earlier. I keep on.
Yeah.
Like that's pretty big. I might have to wait and see how much the downgrade goes in for. You know what I mean? Might have to wait around a little bit. That's
What
nice.
a dub, though. What a
That's
dub.
so nice. I'll take that. Yeah, I knew the heart had to be up there. That made sense. Just big field, just crushing it.
Yeah, the heart,
Incredible.
and it definitely had heart to win off preference there. I think in the Derby, something definitely gave it the boost. But that's fucking nice. Can't really be upset. You're gonna get stud fees, I imagine. Has that been
Dude, one of the
for the last 3 days since the Derby is like what your pricing is gonna be now?
Yeah.
It's tough,
Yes.
man.
It is.
It's
I
tough.
talked about it on Tuesday with Stens, and it's like we had Devo up to fuck, I can't remember the name of the stable, but
Terlingua.
he asked, and he's like, does it matter to you if the horse wins the Derby or not when you go to breeding? And I don't. Some people it matters. For marketing, for you guys, it matters huge. When I go to breeding, if you have the stats that I'm looking for to pair with my mare, that's really all it comes down to. I don't look at the race record. Like you can, obviously, if you're winning, that obviously feeds into the stat decision. Like if you're winning, 12 to 20 horse fields, clearly you have good heart and or good stamina. Like you take that into effect. But like I'm not scrolling through to see what races it won or anything like that. But from your perspective, I feel like it's huge because that's marketing. That allows you to sell the covers. You have the results.
Yeah.
Like you have everything on paper for it. So
Yep.
for myself, personally, I don't put a lot into it. But for y'all, it's great.
We'll see. Should be an interesting month, that's for sure. But
Yeah.
incredible career. That's one thing that we can all agree on. I think downgrade absolutely crushed it. But man, I gotta head out unfortunately for another call. But appreciate you, Doughboy. Thanks so much for hosting
Thank
us.
you. Congratulations again.
Thank you.
Yeah, obviously, anytime. You know what I mean. We'll see next month if you guys have downgrade babies coming out. We'll run.
Yeah,
run
when
back,
we win the
reveal.
next
But
Derby,
yeah,
we'll just hop on. It's all good.
Yeah. Listen, don't worry. I'll be on standby next time for the post Derby interview. I got you, homie. I got you.
I'll be
appreciate you
ready,
coming
man.
on. Yeah. Good. Congrats again.
Awesome.
Enjoy it. Obviously, it's great.
Thank you.
I'll finish up with Fdawg here. Thank you again.
Awesome. Appreciate it, guys. See ya.
See ya.
Yeah, that's a pretty solid reveal from downgrade. I really thought you were gonna get SS minus at the stamina.
I thought
Really
there would
cool.
be an SS minus in there. I was just going back to the breeding report to check. Where is it?
But But yeah, like that's not, it's not the.
Yeah,
You can't really be upset. Like I said, the horse. It's hard to be mad at something that has made you so much. It really is.
Yeah.
And especially it's something that you'll likely use inside, your stable for breeding as well. And if no one else touches it, you got it.
Yeah.
That's all that matters. But
yeah, exactly.
It's a nice little piece.
And I know obviously the 10 furlong distance preference is huge. And I mean, hopefully that transfers in the offspring too, because that would just be huge for all the majors. Yeah, so it'll be exciting to see the breeding seasons coming up with him.
Perfect.
So then,
yeah, if you want to,
also got
this is Stacy, right?
Yeah, Stacy was our first left turf sprinter, and she just crushed it. Like our Gen Zeros, when we would race them in just below 6 furlongs, they would just get crushed by the left dirt firm horses. So this was nice to finally have a left turf horse that could win short distance. And it was interesting because Duppy and Stacy's mom weren't necessarily sprinters. So this was one of those ones where you saw just a very different distance preference from the parents. So I'm excited to see this one. I'm expecting the speed had to transfer to an S+. An S+, and then maybe start S+. I'm very interested about this one.
Let's check it out. Good luck.
Thank you. Oh, wow. SS- start.
Holy shit. What was Stacy's mom's start? Was she S+ start? No, she was S.
Oh, S went to S-. Wow. Yeah, there's that start wick coming into play. That is nice.
Wow. That's actually really nice.
S-.
The temper got boosted up to Heart stated S-.
We did have a race the other day. It was one of the first big races, and we it was our worst performance of this 4 furlong. Was it 14 horses? Just it might have just been an off performance, but that might have been that Heart coming out and showing. But yeah, that start, I'm pumped about that.
That's kind of nice. I mean, the Heart's not kind of nice. I'm a big believer in Heart in the game, but SS- start. Jesus, S+ speed.
Yeah,
I don't think there's not a lot of speed in LT, is there?
Not really.
So now that's on the head tractors. What next?
Yeah,
do you pair her with a mid? If there isn't a really good mid to try and balance it a little bit.
I was thinking about that last night. I was like, all right, so where are we going to end up going with Stacy? Because it's such a distinct 4 to 6 furlongs, and there's no Gen Zeros. I mean, we're even limited because it's a 9924 and a 9925. So we got to figure out, it's either going to a Scuba or going down to Blood Moon maybe, just to try and get preferences up a little more. Blood Moon's the S- from Pocono.
Yeah.
So I mean, it'll be interesting to see what we try and do. Because this SS-, and then even the temper, because that's usually what you see with the LTSs when you mash together the two 101s. The temper usually hangs lower, but getting up to S, I'll take that all day. That's nice.
That's kind of nice. That's a really good review, I think. Methinks anyway. But wow. Yeah, I'm trying I don't know, that's nice. It just sucks because there's no speed. That's the one thing that's missing. Is there's no sprinters in LT yet anyway. I don't know who else is retiring today. Yeah, this one's got me stumped now. I got to stop thinking about it because I'm trying to think of what is there? What's there to do?
Yeah,
but
I gotta go.
You have to avoid ticket taker and you have to avoid jockey. That's the other obstacle that's in the way too. Yeah, I'm gonna be very interested to see what happens with this and which way you take it.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun to figure out. I mean,
That's the fun in this game. That's why, like, breeding is fun. Like, it's a whole other strategy in its own. Like, that's what I feel like people can come in and choose. Like, do you want to race? Do you want to have the breeding, stable? Again, do you want to stake? Do you, like, there's different options to attack this game. But yeah, that's what a reveal.
Yeah, that's awesome. And then we actually have, I think we have 2 siblings, the same breed. And I think we have 1 more actually to reveal today of Duppy and Stacy's mom. So that'll be exciting. Let's see.
All right. So now,
I'll head back to.
I'm stumped on that one.
Yeah,
when we get done here, I'm actually I want to try. I wish it was easy to see. I guess it is easy to see. I guess we can sort by age to see who retires from crop 1. But I'm interested to see. I didn't know of any other LTS sprinters. Maybe if you did that were S or that came out S plus, but like that's something that I'm gonna like just look at just for fun.
Yeah, that's one I'm definitely. That's what gap data is really nice for that. Like just filtering by retired and then checking out the stats. Because I'm gonna go in there after this and just go to LTS retired, see what's going on at start and speed. Because that'll be an interesting one to try and pair. I'm excited. Great reveal.
Yeah, that's pretty sick. So yeah, if you want to continue with some reveals, and then like I said, you're welcome to do as many as you want. I usually just hit go live and run it until I'm tired of it. So
awesome.
You can do as many as you want here.
I'll rip through we have so many S and S minus now. I can just target those, just like GVG did. So D Goddess, she is our S plus RDF. She's the mother of the downgrade. I forget. This was a Shockwave breed. So this one I'm interested about. We had not gone to prime time with D Goddess yet. So I figured I was like mulling over whether we go to prime time or Shockwave, and the Shockwave breeding reports just looked starkly better. So at least for D Goddess. So I just decided to send it. So I'm excited about this one.
Yeah, I think it.
Wow. I'll take that.
Yeah. That's nice. That's nice. Another fucking monster RDF I have to deal with. I love it. I wish I could go back in time and just like ask more questions about the archetypes. But the homie that sold us our S minus ticket, he was in Zedrun with us, and some people just didn't want to wait around through betas, and we bought the ticket, and I didn't realize how difficult RDF was going to be until after the last beta, and I started seeing more and listening more and talking to like Stens and them, and just like now I'm like, what the fuck did I do to myself? Like it's so hard at RDF. It's so hard.
There was a couple times
also,
there was a couple times I was messaging in our chat with the other managers, and it was after, I don't know, there's been like a couple like RDF big stable mergers, and I'm just like, what are we doing here? Yeah. I'm like, these guys are just like, they got so many pieces in-house, like how are we going to compete with this? And then it is truly just an arms race, so it's fun, and this is huge. This is our first S plus RDF Philly, so that is nice.
Scroll me down a little bit here. Now, what was?
Yeah, this one was kind of. Let me see if I can find the breeding report too.
S plus speed, SS minus, S plus.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty nice. Well, I kind of spoiled it earlier when I had you on first, because I was scrolling through and I clicked on D Goddess and I saw. So I tried to get off the screen real quick, but I only put 2 plus 2 together like a few minutes after that, and I was like, "Oh shit, they got an S plus in there again."
Yeah, that is crazy.
But I did forget about it until then, so that was a natural reaction. Chat, don't worry about it. We're all offended here. But yeah, that's a nice outcome.
Held prefs pretty well too, so that's nice. Yeah, that's huge. excited for that one.
Now, I haven't really like dug, because again, you got your stable's so big. I feel like you don't really. Have you all sold assets off after breeding, or have you just kept everything and just ran everything?
So we've done a couple womb deals with Sours and Kamish.
Yeah.
And besides that, that's like, I think we've sold 3 or 4 wombs, and then we sold 1 SRDF filly, and that's all we've sold. So we're definitely like talking about like just having to like offload some stuff because we want to make some other purchases and just like reshore up other areas like RDS. If you have RDS fillies that don't have Doc Holiday in them, please let us know. We will buy them. We are very interested in them. So yeah, we haven't really sold too much as of now. And it's something we are anticipating that we have to do just because, I mean, so many foals coming in. Not going to be able to race all of them. We don't have quite the wherewithal of like Mr. B or OEB or Soulmate. Those guys, they're putting up crazy numbers.
Yeah, Mr. B he's a fucking lunatic, man. He is a lunatic. He's got so many horses. So many. And it's like, I messaged him one time and I was like, hey, do you want to sell this horse? He's like, I own that. I'm like, yeah, see, it's right here. I just sent it to you. He's like, fuck, man, this is what happens. You have so many horses. And it's like, I know. You want to tell me some of them and try to buy some real quick, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's great. There was an interesting little breed. I don't know, maybe it fell off your radar. I'll pull it up. But this, like, because you were talking about the RDS fillies, this filly sat out there for a little bit, and obviously she's age 0, so like a lot of people didn't really put into it. But I saw her, and I'm like, I asked a couple people about her. Oh, this is RTF. My bad. I'm talking out my butt now. But she's gonna be. I'm taking her the opposite way. But I saw some pieces sitting out there at the S- level, and it's like a lot of people don't look at them the right way, and they just buy because sometimes you get that like, oh, it's an A and an S that like got boosted up. When you look for, are you looking for whatever? Or are you looking for the S- that made the S- because it's stronger? Or are you just looking for fillies?
Oh, I'd definitely be looking into the parents too. I mean, just because like obviously the inbreeding penalties, the updates, it's just, I think in a couple generations it's going to get real interesting to figure out where people are going with things. So it's like, I mean, you just got to be super cognizant of what's going on with the parents because, I mean, there's just so many different ways to get jammed up with the breeds. And like just figuring out our RDS and whatnot. So it'll be really fun, really interesting to piece together this whole puzzle. Trying to get to the S+ as quick as possible. Let's see.
Wonderful.
What can we? Oh yeah, Dustine. She is our. Who did I take to Dustine this? I think we might have went back to D Biscuit. She's our S- 2-match filly. One of only a couple. Oh, nice. Yeah, all her offspring are just, I think it's almost an identical. I think we have a sister. It's the exact same. Just, what is this? 7 pref RDF filly. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's a nice thing. It's another one. Good thing my mare put out an S filly today also at RDF, so I'm not behind y'all.
Yeah, I saw that, the Grimwald one.
Yeah, that's my little baby. Yeah, dude, I didn't realize she gave me 4 fillies out of 5 full so far. But yeah, I'm done selling her shit. Like I said, like I talked about it earlier, it's like I wanted to get us out of the red, and selling the 1 full was probably at the time like it was market value, but like now looking back, it's like, yeah, I'm not doing that anymore. But getting us out of the red was important, and we did sell 1 filly, but I have her 3rd filly who's retiring today. She popped out an identical, the same breed from our S- got boosted to an S and came out of filly. So we have her, and then we got an Ace King S filly today from her. So We're looking pretty set up. I don't really,
Yeah,
and we added the S- filly that I pulled up, the RTS zero pref and soft. She was one that we added, and I'm gonna have fun breeding that one. That's gonna be a pretty unique piece that I like. I like having in the stable, but
Yeah.
it's gonna take longer to get her there now that we have to, wait till 4 to retire. But it is what it is. It's all right. Preparing for the long game.
Yeah, exactly. Just building out the building blocks. That's all it is right now.
But yeah, I've been very happy with Grimwald. It just sucked in betas, like, because Astro's like huge in RDF. So like in beta, people weren't retiring they weren't retiring colts. They were just running.
Yep.
And going to breed, like, I don't think Ace King was there at the time. I don't think Zeus was there at the time. And every S- and S stallion was a fucking Astro.
Yeah.
So it was just like I did breeds with other S- that she shot out A+, and they were complete trash. And I was like, all right, we're not doing this. Like, she's going to the best. She's going to the best possible stats. I'm not doing this S- stuff unless the S- is like pretty good. But yeah, beta, she did not give me good results at all, but I'm very, very happy with her results so far through 2 crops already on the track. But yeah, she's great. I love Grimwald.
Yeah, we actually, I think I was looking at it at the end of last breeding. I forget what we have, how many Gen 0 fillies, but there were like 7 of them that still were 100% either filly or 100% colt offspring, which was like, I mean, that's like, it seems like a big number to me. I don't know. It could just be regular probabilities, but I think like Stacy's mom, 4 for 4, I think, on fillies, which is like huge for LTS. And I mean, if she produced another like filly, that would just be incredible for us. Because it's just interesting how some of them are just pumping out fillies and others just pumping out colts.
I mean, them's the breaks. You're lucky or you're not. You're on the wrong side of variance, or you're on the right side of variance. Or every other breed session you get a colt filly. Just seems like there's no in between so far. I haven't. Yeah, we only had that one filly we breed, and then the other one that I used to manage, she has shot out 1 filly and 4 colts or 3 colts. So it's like, great. That's awesome, and we don't have that filly, so it's all right. But yeah, LTS is another monster in itself. Like, RDF is obviously super strong because there's so many good horses. LTS is tough. There's just a lack of fillies. So if you get a filly, you're pretty good. You're pretty good.
Yeah, you got to be happy about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So this is another one actually. This is our S- RDF. Astro, I think, has produced 4 fillies so far. I don't even remember who we bred this one to. All right, first colt, I believe. I'll take it. Keeps breeding up to S.
Nice.
Look at the Mooncresta. Yeah, this is our S- Astro. She's been a great breeder. I mean, I cannot complain.
I took a B+ to Mooncresta 2 seasons ago, and she popped out an A filly. We sold her, but she ended up turning into like a solid racer. Like, she had like 9 starts, 4 wins, a second, a third for being an A, and she was winning the A stakes. So that was like, that's kind of promising seeing that, especially coming from like a shitty beat. But I haven't. RDF, I don't go down to Mooncresta. Obviously, I stay with Ace King and I stay with Zeus. Those are my 2 baby daddies of choice. But I see a lot of people go to Mooncresta. They go to Astro Nerd, I think it is. And then what's Astro the one that Biden has? Astro Punk, I think. But like, can't really go to those because they're Astros.
Yeah, the Astros stuff.
That's the limitation.
The limits, I think this is our first breed of Mooncresta, so I mean, definitely happy with that. Keep looking at them in the future for sure for all our Astros, because I mean, that's going to be fun in like Gen 2, Gen 3, figuring out who those breeds got to go to.
Yeah, that's where like your job is going to get a lot harder.
Yeah.
It's like Sten's job with 30, like he started with 34 fillies.
Yeah.
Now I don't know what the fuck he's at, but like, yeah, it's just gonna get even harder breeding as it goes on. So I like my position starting with one, and then like every season we're adding one. Yeah. Because by the time we get to the next season, I'll already know what I have to do with the previous one. I'll already know what I have to do with the one before that. So yeah, I don't feel. I do not envy any of the bigger stables when it comes down to breeding in the next few months.
Yeah, breeding, it'll definitely take a bit more time to do some research, but it'll be fun to see all the Gen 1s going together, figuring out what goes on with Gen 2. What do we got next? Margarita. This is our LDS S filly. Has produced one S+. Who did we take her to? Oh, this is our Elvis breed. I am excited to see this one. Hopefully we get some of that. I believe he had the heart and the S temper. LDS colt. All right.
And this is from the Elvis. Now Elvis's first crop hits this month, right?
Yeah, these are all Elvis's first foals. So we'll be able to go. I think he got, I forget how many breeds he got, but there'll be a good bit to go through. I know a lot of people want to breed with him, obviously. So, I mean, hey, if it's a good racer, I'll take the colt all day. If we can get one.
I feel like I feel like everyone wanted the Elvis because of the three Derby wins, but he's also pretty good. I don't know.
He's got that temper too, that S temper.
The temper is the big part.
Yeah, I think that's the one rare thing. Obviously, besides the 3 Derby wins, but the rare stat attribute that he had compared to the rest of the LDS studs. So hey, I'm happy with that. Hopefully, it's a good runner.
That's a nice
market.
How many times did you go to Elvis in your stable?
Just once. That was the only one. Yeah. That was. I just wanted to go top filly to top stud, or at least try to. So see how it fares on the track. Market buyer, one of our. Oh, this was our Night Saturn breed. So this is I think it's a scuba filly, and has 1-star firm. So I'm hoping it flips to soft.
Definitely some monsters in here. These stables are mess with.
Yeah. If this could be a filly, I would be very pumped, because then this would be just breeding to the downgrade all day, and then have Night Saturn and Doc Blood in it. So hoping for a filly here. Oh, and that color though, RDS got the RDS
Night Saturn color.
That color.
That's what I want. That's. Yeah. I mean, I'm going to Night Saturn because Night Saturn is great. But I want. Yeah. I want a gray colt. I don't want a gray colt. I want a gray horse in my stable. Yeah. And this is a pretty good way to acquire that. Yeah. But yeah, Night Saturn is literally the only S. Like, I'm taking my S-. I'm not taking. I thought about taking Grimwald to Night Saturn, but Grimwald's a 4-5 for a long mare. I don't want to fucking. I don't want to jack up my. I don't want to. I want to stay to Sprinter or like. Yep. 6-7. Like Ace King and Zeus are both perfect for her, but I'm taking her daughter to Night Saturn.
Yeah, this is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, his record, like he's gotten lots of records that are probably not going to be broken.
Yeah.
I'm hoping he passes off some of that blood here.
Yeah, it's going to be like that. But yeah, he's the S temper. S heart is big is one of the big things for me, and that's where I want to go with the filly, because again, she had Grimwald had A+ temper, Zeus has S- temper. Yeah. So I imagine I'm in my head, my filly, when I reveal her today, she's going to be A+ temper. I don't expect anything crazy, but if somehow it goes to S-, then I'm going to be a little bit more happier when I go to Night Saturn with her. But yeah, she's a 1-star firm, so I have no problems just trying to swing the other side there just for better outcomes.
Yeah, so I mean, we went, what was it, 2.5 to 1?
Yeah, that's exactly what I think is going to happen with mine. I'm going to have the same like preferal that you got. But she's 2.5 2.5, 2.5, 1, or 3, 2.5, 1.
Mm-hmm.
So I imagine it's going to be a similar outcome.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Yeah,
market
because I
buyer,
think
slightly better, but
the downgrade, I think he had like the similar soft and firm combo led to a half-star soft. So I guess that got to be pretty typical for that soft and firm combination.
yeah, I've
But
been
yeah,
pretty happy with like locating 1-star fast firms
Mm-hmm.
or soft firms, just because of the utility to swing either side. It doesn't matter. You don't get blocked out of certain race types because of the weather. So it's basically the most durable, not durable, but most utility you can get is having that like half the 1-star soft firm
Mm-hmm.
to allow you to swing. But yeah, that's a nice one.
Yeah, and I mean that was SS minus or SS minus. If that was SS minus, that'd be great. S minus and S minus goes to S, so I'm with that.
That makes my decision to try and go to Night Saturn a lot better.
Yep.
Knowing that I might get that pull up from him. But,
yeah, because I mean, like the market buyer, like she's great, but like she's not a super unique filly by any sense. So I mean, it just obviously Night Saturn. Is this our first Night Saturn crop too?
I believe so. Yes.
Oh yeah, so definitely got to check those out later.
Yeah.
I mean, gonna be probably a lot of the white.
Yeah. Shockwave and Night Saturn, Elvis, but Shockwave was the most important for me to check out, and Night Saturn is second on my list, and then we'll get the Elvis and the rest. But yeah, that's a pretty fucking horse. That's what I like. I love Grade.
Hopefully, I don't know if there's anybody from third time listening, but hopefully they get rid of the color bug. We have one white horse. I guess this is our second white horse now, and the white horse when it races is not white. It's like bay or something. So I pointed it out to them, and they know. But I just want to see.
It's always the small things like that.
I want to see my white horses race.
Yeah.
I got two of them. I want to.
And especially Ian, because this might be a little stabbing. Ian was very adamant about having the picture of the horses when I suggested, like in the program, when you click on it and it drops down where that horse head is. I want some stats there. I want previous race stats there, and he was like, "Yeah, but then you can't see the horse."
Yeah.
If he can't see the correct color of the horse on the racetrack, then what are we doing here? Get that horse head out of there. Give me some stats in there, or get this guy the correct color on the racetrack. One of the two.
Yeah.
But yeah, little things like that. Like, there's not really it's not a huge thing to like harp on, but fix the color of the horse, please.
Mm-hmm. It's just aesthetic things, and I mean, us as like hardcore people that are playing the game, we want it fit.
Little glitches like that.
Yeah, they obviously, I mean, they are stuck dealing with things far bigger than than our small issues with the aesthetics. So I'll let them take their time on fixing it. What do we got next? Satoshi. This is our very rare RDF S filly. It's a 2-match, I believe. I think it's the only 2-match S filly. We went to our in-house again. Nice. D-Biscuit. Hopefully Satoshi's got these like crazy start wicks. Like he's got some wicks that go to where is it? Let me see if I can pull it up and send it to you.
Oh, let's go. Yeah, congrats, Bryce. My fault. Bryce just got a promotion. Now he works for third time. So yeah, change these colors. Let's go. I got it in. Let's go. Congrats on the accomplishment, friend. Congrats on a new job, and I guess I'll take your horses off your hands because you're not allowed to have them anymore. Since now you are a company man, so you let me know, and I'll come over. I'll pick them up. I'll take care of them for you. Don't worry about it. But damn, I forgot. Yeah, I just forgot about the announcement. Yeah, congrats, Bryce. I'm glad you found another home in a horse racing game. Hopefully this one's the one. So definitely awesome. Yeah, fuck yeah, congrats. Bryce is good people. Bryce I know from Zed. We've had him on streams. We've done a bunch of streams with him. Very, very excited. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut off. There's a lot going on right now. That's good news. But yeah,
that's awesome. Congrats.
We'll get Jesus. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's pretty wide wick.
this is like, I don't know. Satoshi's just got, with all the breeding reports from Satoshi, just crazy start wicks. I mean, we have one that's now a 4-year-old D Nakamoto, just like really good 4 furlongs, 5 furlongs, but can't go past that. So it'll be interesting. I mean, definitely the start's pretty high. I'm glad we got a filly. That's great.
That's nice. Deep Biscuit. Now, see, that's another one. I can't go to Deep Biscuit. Astro, but
Yep. Yeah, it sucks.
yeah,
So
it's
many
tough.
Astros.
But again, like that's another component of the game. It's like you really have to. And I like the penalties, the inbreeding penalties. There should be penalties, but it's just more layers to the game that you have to pay attention to. And like you said, it's just going to get even harder. It's actually going to get harder now because we have to pay attention to what we're doing. So I don't know if there's an easy. I mean, spreadsheets are great. I know a lot of people use spreadsheets. I don't use spreadsheets, so that's good for me. But yeah, hopefully everyone figures out an easy way to keep track of all this.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's gonna be really interesting. I'm happy with this breed. See where we have to go with that. What else do we got? Sida Dupree. I think that's a Gen 1 S- LTS.
Okay.
Duppy father. Oh, I'm assuming we went to Blood Moon here just because of this. Oh,
No.
Oh, interesting. We actually bred down, and then got the S- with the prefs. Hey, I'll take that.
Yeah, that's kind of nice. Who is this A+? I have no idea what the hell this horse is. S finish.
Yeah, S finish. I think that's actually what I look at, the S+ and the S. So I was like, oh, I'll go for that. Yeah, because this was an interesting one for a Gen 1. S+ finish, S heart. That's from Sida Ranch, which is our, I think, 2-match S- LTS filly.
There was another LTS in beta. I think some guy named Hans. I don't know who Hans is. Straight out of Fauna. I don't know what that horse is named now. But it was.
That's a good question.
I gotta find out because, like I said,
Hans is still around.
Yeah, I see him in Discord every once in a while. I might have to reach out and ask him which horse it was. But like I got 8 seasons of breeding in at LTS, and Duppy was one I duplicated. I went to twice. Got excellent results. Straight out of Sauna was good. When Perlino retired, I went to Perlino. But I think Duppy was one of the ones I had like relatively good success with. But I also didn't know who Serenity Now was back then.
Yeah.
But I strictly gone to Serenity Now with the LTS filly 5 times in a row. So I wanted to hit Duppy and I want to hit Scuba Puff.
Yeah.
But it's just been too Mr. B and his pricing has just been too good. So it's hard to say no.
Can't pass that up. I mean,
No,
I think
really
Serenity
can't.
Now is like one of the best like 12 furlong racers. Like just absolutely just crushes long distance.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's just if you got a long distance filly, you just easy breed.
She was ticket taker, but 11 and 12 was her wheelhouse. And again, her first foal was Rooney. You obviously been on stream. You've seen me talk about Rooney,
I've seen Rooney, and Rooney just keeps getting resold for like thousands of dollars more.
So yeah, so I think it was 360 bought it from us for 450, and then they just resold it last week after running it for the 2-year-old season for 780.
Yeah,
and then that person, I don't know. Again, it was Moneymaker Racing. Just my brain doing its thinking. I just assume it's Chris Moneymaker because he was in the other game, and I was talking to GVG about it. Maybe it's not. I'm gonna do some digging around, but put the horse on dirt, and I've done that. And when I put her in dirt in beta, she broke her leg. So don't put her on dirt if you ever hear this. But I'm sure she's retiring today and breeding. But that's her stat reveal is what I'm waiting for.
I'm excited to see that one. That was a really good horse on the track.
And then now we have all colts. Like that was the only now we have all colts. But her second JPJ's second foal hits the track today, so I got to track that one down and take a look at it. But yeah, they were both 8 out of 9 star pref LTS, and yeah, she was a monster. So if the next one's a monster, then we're on to something.
Mm-hmm. So then, what do we got? Cider Ranch, mother of Cider Dupree, the Gen 0 one, S- LTS. Oh, nice. Is this a blood moon? Oh, if this is a blood moon, I'll be so happy. Oh, it's a duppy. All right. I don't care. S Philly.
See, now with the 1.5 at turf, would you swing that to like a 3-star dirt in the future to try and flip flop it, or would you just not?
Definitely something I would think about. I mean, because like at some point,
I like
you want those like bridge pieces.
Not everyone's on that side.
Yeah.
Like they just want to stay. This is what it is. This is what it stays. They don't want to do that. They don't want to experiment. Basically, they know stick true to the course. Where I like to experiment sometimes. So I'm always interested to hear other people's outcomes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I mean, Cider Ranch is like so low of turf. It's like, I mean, this is like just mostly duppy doing this. Like, put it to dirt. You might swing to dirt with the 3-star dirt horse, and then have some different bloodlines into the left dirt side of things. So it's always a possibility. I'm always open to things like that. It's got the fillies. Got to be able to experiment. What do we got next?
Stacy's mom.
Stacy's mom. Yeah, that's a big one. All right, so she's our LTS filly. I think she's 9924. I forget the number. But we went to, who did we go to? Stacy's mom went back to Duppy. This was Stacy, who we retired before, was this same combo. Oh,
good.
wow. S+. Is that our first? I think that's our first.
Load.
Yeah, I think that's our first S+ LTS. So that's hype.
Yeah, that's nice.
If it has that start and speed of Stacy, I'll take that.
Is this a duplicate from Stacy? Have you run? Is it a full sibling?
Yeah. Yep.
All right. Start all over again. Jeez.
Yeah, retire one. Hey, I'll take that. Upgraded from the S. Upgraded from the S Philly to the S+ Colt. Take it. That's a big one.
Your soul guy sending out the congrats. Yeah, that's a nice one.
What else do we got here? 33 is one of our Gen 0 LDSs, S-. What do we go to? This might be... What did I say? Oh, we went to Regal here. I think this is our second Regal breed. All right. S- Colt. Yeah, just staying out of the 101s. We have these couple S- LDSs that are non-101, so just trying to build out the breeding pieces there and be able to breed up to Yaya or whoever Elvis.
Pretty strong preferences too. This is nice.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Turns out to be. I mean, it might, depending on how it does on the track, not having 1-of-1s in a good horse, a good racer, it opens up the options in the breed barn, for everyone that just jam 1-of-1, 1-of-1, 1-of-1. And I'm in that 1-of-1 boat, but again, I'm a one broodmare stable. I'm going to the best possible the best possible stallion every month that I can.
Mm-hmm.
There's no experimenting yet. I don't see any experimenting in the Grimwald stable until probably January, until we get like 4 more foals out of her, and then the fillies that we have, that we can start experimenting. And by then, who even knows? We might have some nice it's crazy, dude. This game just every month it changes, because every month there's just new blood hitting the barn that's either better than what's in there before, or just good enough that we're priced reasonable for you to take a shot at. So that's the other reason I love this game. Like, you didn't get to do it in Gallop Racer and shit like that. All you had to do, you only got the race in Gallop Racer.
Yeah.
Like, You were a career jockey. Like this is all I ever wanted. Like this is great.
Yeah, no, it's amazing.
You know? Yeah, this is fun.
There's only I think one more that I will bother you with. This is one that I would try to go RDF to another RDS, hoping for a filly. It was an A+ RDF to I think A+ RDS. Proposition Joe, nice. Filly, sick. That's what we need. Low prefs, but yeah, flipped it 2.5 to half. Stayed at A+. Hopefully it's a high-end A+. Can be a decent racer for a couple seasons.
So when I haven't been acquiring my monthly S-, I've been looking for the A-pluses or the A+pluses that I can. I like the A+pluses for one reason and one reason only. I want to be aggressive in claiming with them. Like because some of the A+pluses, they do very good in the 83K claimers, but they also, if they don't do good up there, they do just as good in 25K. And let someone else claim it, and I'll start over. But even with like some my S-, I've been kind of aggressive in like the 100K claimers. No one's taking him. Good, that's fine. He can win those races, so I'm fine staying. That's why I'm hoping they bring in more levels of claiming above 100K instead of the 125, 175. Like, let's have some higher ones, and then maybe you start seeing fillies racing those too. But yeah, A+s I like looking for like the the A+, that stayed A+. Like same reason with the S-, that stays S-, is if you can't win those restricted stakes and your horse isn't doing good enough, like carrying the 5 or 6 pounds that it carries in allowances or handicaps, you can just be hyper aggressive in claiming races with them and do pretty well. All you gotta do is get a couple of nice results together at the 50 to 75 range, and then if you don't want the horse, put it in 40, and someone will probably look at it and take it just because it has the results in higher claiming. But yeah, I'm a big fan of the A+s for the aggressive racing only. But other than that, A+ filly every once in a while wouldn't hurt, but the Colt's 100% aggressive in claiming races. So that was pretty. So did we get 2 S+ out of the reveals or 1?
2 S+.
2 S+.
I guess we have one more. Oh, looks like an S. Let's see what this one was. I didn't even realize this was another
filly.
Another filly. Let's go.
Another RDF filly.
This
Pasture ass.
Pasture ass to. Oh yeah, this was pasture ass to that same breed from before, the D-Biscuit Destine. So that was another S filly that we got from that result. And then stayed with this S- temper. That was kind of what the breeding results said from Destine. The S is on the back end. Let's go with pasture S.
S+ heart, love that. S+ speed, S+ stamina. S+ stamina. That's kind of wow. This one might be a nice reveal at the end. Yeah,
no, definitely. I'm hoping so. Because the held pref's really nice.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
Yeah, that's juicy. Congrats on that one. Yeah, that's a pretty good, again, your stable's giant and you still have other stuff to go through, but from what, obviously, you can cruise a little bit. Don't get too comfortable, but you can cruise a little bit because you guys, you won the Kentucky Derby, you got some dollar dues there. Now the main focus is figuring out pricing on his stud fee and then, getting everything else lined up. But yeah, the everyday operation of the D stable looks like a pain in the ass from the outside.
You got the filter. The filters save all. That's all.
Yeah. As long as the filters stay on top of it. That's pretty much all you can ask for. But
the filters save me, and then I'm just clicking through, finding my recommended races. I'll go through the card at like the beginning of the day, just like get an idea of what the big races are, where I should be looking, and then from there just try and piece it together. But yeah, the filters save me.
That's good stuff. Yeah, that was dope. Yeah, so I guess the downgrade reveal was like kind of underwhelming.
Yeah, it was a little surprising. I was not expecting it to all be. Hold on, how do I clear all? Was not expecting there to be no SS minus.
Yeah, I think that was the one thing that really threw me off. And then obviously Stacy's retirement was,
the SS minus. That was crazy.
It did a lot better than the downgrade retirement. Obviously, the downgrade didn't have to prove anything else. All right.
Yeah.
It did its job. all right, that's it. He did good. But man, S+ temper is fucking huge. I love that.
No, this gonna be great to breed with.
Stamina, heart, and temper. S+. That's a really good start to a recipe.
Yep. Yeah, it just might be like the perfect for that 10 to 12.
Yeah, you would definitely have to. Yeah, next month it'll be the downgrade foals that we look at.
Yep.
Take a look
that would be exciting.
Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah, again, I mean, I'm not one to kick people out, but if you're done, you can let me know.
We don't. The rest are just our low end guys that we're going to be placing in all the allowances, the claimers, So,
yeah, and that's the other thing I like too. You guys are a giant stable, but you compete at every level.
Yeah.
Not just the top, which is awesome.
Our 3-year-old, are now 3-year-olds. Like our S's struggle, just not finding their footing just yet. And then on the other hand,
my only word of advice is hold on, because I put mine in 100K claimer. Again, it wiped the board. It got me out of the red. I can make another copy next month.
Yeah.
But as soon as it turned 3, grade one. I was losing all those races to the monster S pluses and RDF, and I'm like, I just don't want to deal with the headache. I was already in 32K in entry fees on top of it being an ace king breed, so I was already 50K in the hole with it. I'm like, if someone claims it, we're up 50K plus the crown. So, and I make it again next month. So it's not, I'm okay with moves like that, and I feel like other people that have smaller stables, again, that was our only racer, but I'm okay with that move. If you know you're in the red, and I guess it's been a topic since I turned the stream on. If you know you're in the red and you have an opportunity to get out of the red, sometimes you got to take the opportunity to get out of the red. I didn't think anyone would claim the horse for 100K, but stables like Ted and 360, they got fun money. So
yeah,
he took Ted claimed it, turned it around, went from just about minus 40K in entry fees, and now he's in the green with it. So now he has I think he's still 40 or 50K short of being break even on the claim, but so far he's dug the hole that I put him in. He's dug himself out, and now he's in the green with it. But if anything, as the breeder, I'm okay with that. That was the other thing too. It's if I own the mare, I'm definitely okay with that. If I can make a carbon copy next month again, sorry, it's okay. You have to take profit when profit is there. You have to. If you don't, you miss the boat, and then you're sitting there still in the hole, can't dig yourself out, and kicking yourself in the foot for not taking the opportunity you had. But
absolutely,
recognizing when to take profit is huge in these games, and we've done a pretty good job of it so far. And y'all have done a pretty good job of it too. All you gotta do is print S pluses, and they just do all the work for you. That's it.
Exactly. I'll take all the S pluses. Keep them coming.
Yeah, that's beautiful. It's good stuff. But yeah, man, I appreciate you coming on. Like I said, you're always lurking in the chat. I always see you in the chat, so it's nice to put a name to the face and get an actual conversation instead of me just talking to chat. It's nice to have a real chat. But yeah, man, I appreciate you coming on. Like I said, next month, if we want to do the downgrade, if you get your breeds in and you want to do the reveal next month, we can do the full reveal on them, because
absolutely,
I imagine some of them have to be pretty good. Plus Stacy's first full. Who are you taking Stacy to? Did I ask you that yet or no?
Know. I don't know yet. It's definitely going to be a topic of thought over the next couple days.
So the other thing with DeStables, it's you guys have a bunch of partners, but it's mainly you and Aaron, or is it mainly you that does all the maintaining? And
so we have Aaron's like what would he be called? The overseer, basically. He's not like entering races on a day-to-day basis, but then we have 3 other managers as well. So it's 4 of us total. And I mean, we're just talking things over in chat constantly. Like, oh, should we keep racing the downgrade? I mean, that was the past 2 days, was like, do we keep racing him? He's like, he's made us so much money. Do we keep him on the track? And I mean, that was a lengthy discussion. So there's a couple of us that we're working pretty much every day, figuring out what to do.
It's tough. It's definitely tough when you have the stable that you have. Like, it's a lot of maintenance.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, it's fun.
Y'all are killing it. You're doing a very good job at it. Obviously, the results have shown. You guys have red names in the chat in the Discord now. So
yeah, that's awesome. I love that. Thank you, third time, for that. The red name's great.
Yeah. Thank you, third time, for building the game that we're playing now. That's
absolutely.
You know.
Shout out to them.
But yeah, man, I'll let you have the rest of your day. Enjoy it. Enjoy the rest of your reveals, and I'm sure I'll catch you in chat again. But yeah, we can definitely plan for next month if you want to do something like this again.
Yeah, great.
It's nice having other stables on instead of me just thumbing through and looking at stuff. I like getting the perspective from the people who do the actual work.
Mm-hmm. Nice, because I mean, you could definitely get lost in just searching through all these stables now with how big they're growing. I mean, that's what I'll do. I'll go through the top 10, see what they got, and I mean, I'll even go further than that and just see what everybody's got, see how many S pluses popped out, and yeah, it's exciting. Thank you for having me up. Appreciate it.
Man, thank you guys again. Congrats. We'll see the downgrade. I'm sure we'll see a Twitter post when he hits the stud barn.
Yeah, absolutely. We're gonna figure it out. Probably. I mean, breeding starts.
24 hours.
Yeah, breeding starts tomorrow. We'll figure out the rest of the day.
Perfect.
So, thank you very much, sir.
Have
a good rest of your day.
Again, appreciate it. Wonderful. Good people. Good people. Nothing but good people in this stream. That's what we like to see. But now I do want to go back and I want to check out. I want to see how far off my Grimwald baby was from her first Ace King. So Gambler was 2.5, 2.5, 1.5. Oh my God. She shit the bed. I gotta watch this. All right, so I'm not mad at that. This is the second Grimwald baby, Grimes. Let me take a look-see here and see what happened. Forgot what hole she was in. 7. So she was the second longest shot in the field. I'm okay with that. I didn't miss much. 6 furlongs, probably a fine distance. Also, this might be one of the late bloomers again. 2-year-old season might not be so good, but now that she's forced to run a 3-year-old season, maybe we get a little bit more. So the 7. Straighten your head out. Start. Average. Just gotta see how crushed she got. All right. Start was great. Went right to the lead. The chart looked like she led the whole way and then just shit the bed. So and this race is kind of tough. Obviously, it's all a bunch of S. GVG's in here. Here she starts to slow down. They're coming to get her, but she pulls back away a little bit, looking nice. And then they just must have cavalry charged her ass. Timeless Royalty sneaking up now. So she was game the whole time, the whole stretch run. What the hell happened? Here she looks like she's going to hold on for second, and then here comes the cavalry. She just spit the bit. GVG scoops the pot, as, expected. All right. So where she finished? 4th? 5th. All right. She didn't get crushed. But again, Grimwald is a 4-5 only. Ace King stretch out a little bit. S plus start, S plus speed, they both came through there. But yeah, Ace King can stretch out a bit. He can run up to 7, 8. Has results at 9. But Grimwald was strictly 4, 5. So it really led me to like not want to put the foals in 6 and 7 furlong races and just keep her down in the wheelhouse. But you know, they'll figure it out. It's the first race of the season. It'll be like that. But now I want to see Night Saturn breeds. Oops. Progeny. Yeah, I got to be ready for this when he goes back. Oh, damn. So many white horses. Oh, damn. That's beautiful. Okay, Foal of Elizabeth coming through with a fucking Midnight Black. Another Midnight Black. Dreamweaver. Oh, look at that. Market Buyer we saw. Swift Diamond. All right. What's Elizabeth? Oh, wow. Held the mother's color. Crazy. So that's interesting. Kingsport. Let's see. Dreamweaver. S minus, S minus, S temper. I thought I was going to make it till 2:30 today. I'm probably not going to make it till 2:30 today. Swift Diamond. All right. Yeah, the coat color. I just need a gray. I need a gray in my stable. Let me go find the rest of Shockwave. Take a look, see. Don't remember if they sold out. Oh, there's a lot of S pluses. All right, people already listing. That's the one thing too. If you're looking to buy, start scouring the market now. You can get some decent S minuses at a nice price also. So today's like normally, like I said, today's a good day for a lot of things. Prices. People are looking to dump the Colts that they thought they were going to get fillies to recoup some spending. All right, so Shockwave spit out 7 S pluses. Holy shit! Holiday Bell, D Goddess. We looked at that one. Christmas Jones, Baby Blue, King Spirit. We saw Lisa, Spirit Ecstasy. We saw 5. Oh damn! Jesus Christ, this horse is going to be broken. S plus S, SS minus S, SS, SS minus S plus. Jesus. That's going to be a killer. Christmas Jones. Cyberpunk, Goldeneye, Soma, S minus. This one will be fine. S plus, SS minus temper or stamina, S plus speed. Okay. Colt. Jeez. Colt, Philly. All right, so 3 of 4. It's not terrible. Baby Blue, so S plus. All right. Fucking itchy, yo. SS minus temper, S plus temper. Jesus Christ, this is gonna be great. Wow. And Lisa, all right. Good on you. Let's go, Sours. Got himself an S+. SS minus, SS minus, S, 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 S. Wow. And a Philly, too. Let's go. I guess Elvis, we can take a look-see. One S+, full of blue. I ate some breakfast. A Philly. Jesus, the rich get richlier. An idiot. She might be the dumbest person I ever met. God, you're such a... This kid. This fucking kid. Let me log back in and see if I have a race. I think my race goes off at 2:30. I was hoping everything lined up. Normally I stop at 2, but we're not. Oh, we got our payouts. Let's go. We're rich. I didn't get shit for racing on this account. My other one, I should be rich. All right. Where's she at? Fortuna. An hour and 20. Yeah, we're not sticking around for that. All right. So this race is tough. This is your last race, homegirl. So fucking go out on top, please, because you got a hot date. I don't know how good your stats are going to be, but it doesn't really matter because you're a breeding block from here on out. But it is what it is. All right, chat. I was going to try and make it till 2:30. I got to do work laundry. I got to make dinner. I got to take the dog out. I appreciate everyone for hanging out today. If you did a 50-50 and spent time with me and Stens, go check out Stens' replay on his YouTube. He has that up on YouTube. It's up forever, but I know he had Peeb on this time around. I had Peeb on last month. Must be nice to follow in other people's footsteps. I paved the way for other people like Stens to come through, you know. But it is what it is. That's my man's. Sometimes good guy Stens. But yeah, his replay will be up. Go check that out. I need to go get some breakfast. I need to scour the marketplace and try and find a new S- to add to the stable. And I need to figure out what the hell happened with my S- foal today, if I need to go longer or shorter. But thanks everyone. It's always fun on Foals Day. No, thank you, Bryce. Congrats again on the promotion. I'm stoked for you. I'm glad you found a place in here. You know, you did a lot for the other game without any extra help from them. Now you have a whole fucking team behind you. So sky's the limit. Let's get it done. Maybe I'll get you on for an interview, you know, next week or this week sometime. Again, thanks to Keith for coming up. All that jazz's first foal was kind of nice to look at. GVG is always, you know, again, you can have one figure of Mount Rushmore come on your stream. It's all you can really ask for. And then again, congrats to Aaron Fdawg and DeStables, and you know, you got a month to be Kentucky Derby champions. So I would be going through Discord and smacking some peasants around that are getting too loud. You know, you can do it for a month now. And then again, you know, we'll say a solid reveal on the downgrade. Not what I don't think I expected to see some SS- as well as Fdawg, but you know, what do you want? You can't really ask for something that has given you so much. You really can't ask more of. So you know, hopefully he works out in the stud barn, and then the Stacy reveal was huge. So excited to see what happens with that one going forward. But yeah, I appreciate all my guests for giving me their time. I appreciate chat for hanging out. I'm back tomorrow night at 9 for After Dark, and I think let's double check and let's confirm that I think Fib loves me again. I think he loves me again. There's a world that I have 6 races tomorrow. 1, 2, 3. Oh my God, Fib loves me. Look at that. That's it. Now, granted, they're all fucking dog shit handicaps, but that Fib loves me again. That's all that matters. Love first, and we'll figure all this stuff out later. But yeah, we got 6 races on the card tomorrow. No right turf. No. Right dirt, left dirt for the big claiming races. I'll be sitting those out, I believe. And maybe if we have a sprint, nope, left. We're not getting in a handicap. But we'll be here for the race breakdowns and the wagering, the picks, I guess we'll call them now, the Spumoni sprinkles. So yeah, keep an eye out on that. Those races will open up tomorrow at some point, and they'll close at 10. And then at 10, I will hit the books and we'll break them down, and we'll see if we can cash some tickets. But yep, thank you, appreciate it. Thank you as well, Dino Shark, appreciate it. Yeah, I'll catch y'all tomorrow night, 9 o'clock. We'll be here back doing similar things. Thank you again. Hope everyone got lucky on their full reveal, got your fillies that you wanted. And if not, let me know about them Colts, S- and A+. I'll be right here waiting for them. But until tomorrow night, have a good night.